Manny Pacquiao his whole life, but interesting enough, takes Floyd Mayweather's old nickname. They still can't hear, huh? Okay. Hello. Okay, we should be good. So now apparently we do have some audio, which is nice. Okay, good. And Jerwin Ancajas making his 10th title defense tonight in his 11th world title fight. He's almost had as many world title fights as Fernando Martinez has had professional fights. So on paper, Martinez, he's managed by Marcos Maidana, but on paper, he shouldn't stay in the way of a big unification fight later this year in Japan with the champion Kazuto Ioka in a big unification fight at super flyweight. But first things first, and Cajas has to get by Fernando Martinez tonight here ringside at the Cosmo in Las Vegas. One thing you can expect from Jerwin and Cajas is he looked up to Manny Pacquiao growing up, and he has a great straight left hand like Pacquiao did. That's his best shot. And again, being ringside, I have to keep my voice down a little bit because there are ringside media next to me as well, and they're trying to focus on the fight. But I think we're good enough to where you guys at home can hear me call this fight. So round one. And then Cajas starts with a right hook that goes against the gloves of Martinez. And it's Martinez putting the pressure on early. Cajas takes a big swing with that left hand. Left hook gets in on the shoulder and moves on Cajas for Martinez. Martinez with some heavy shots landed a right hand through the center. Left hook for Martinez. Martinez coming out like a bomber as we've seen Lucas Matisse and Marcos Maidana from the Argentine. Good first minute for the challenger, Fernando Martinez here. Martinez getting underneath, gets a right hand to the body of Ancajas. Ancajas fires a straight left, but Martinez returns fire with his left hook at the same time. Martinez off to a decent start in round one. Good left hook for Martinez. He got inside, and Ancajas tried to check him with his right hook, but actually Martinez got his hook in first. Now Ancajas eats a right hand. That's the shot to land against the southpaw. Martinez putting the pressure on early, and Ancajas wants some distance to get full extension on that left hand so you get full power on it. Martinez with Ancajas in the corner. Swings and misses. Ancajas turns him in a clinch. Gets back to the center of the ring now, does Ancajas. Good left hook to the body in the center of the ring for Fernando Martinez. They trade body shots. Right hook lands for Ancajas. Martinez almost got caught clean with that shot. Could have been trouble as he opens up wildly with his own shots. Not wildly, but opening up without any regard for what's coming back so far is Martinez. Straight right hand through the guard for Martinez. Nice straight left to the body by Ancajas there. Able to get that distance he wanted to land it. But a good right hand and just more work rate from Fernando Martinez, and he's the aggressor so far in round one. He's had some good body work in this round, has Martinez, and landed a few right hands through the center. Martinez coming in with a lot of balls and aggressiveness like we've seen from guys like Lucas Matisse and his manager Marcos Maidana. And I think the challenger from Argentina wins round one. 10-9 Fernando Martinez, and Cajas put on his heels a little bit in round one. Looking for his distance, looking for range as Martinez comes in, landed hard to the body a number of times, got a couple of right hands in against the southpaw through the center. So a very solid start for Marcos Maidana's fighter in round one. 10-9 Fernando Martinez as Ancajas is trying to make that 10th title defense now. Salute, Sean. Let's go for my man, Maker. Thank you, bro. This is what I needed, my man, Tony. I appreciate that. And you know, we're just kind of settling in for the night. You know, the fight we really... You know, we'll ratchet it up as the night continues for Gary Antoine Russell, Victor Postol, and then the main event. But we thought we'd go live early tonight to start with the full triple header, you know. Round 2 now. Round 2, and again, Martinez able to get in close, and Ancajas in round 1 smothered a little bit, put on his heels. So let's see now. Ancajas looks to get some distance between them, but Martinez is coming out active, landing against the gloves, but throwing heavy shots, and he gets inside. He's throwing 2 or 3 punches at a time as Martinez, and he just landed the left hook inside. Good check right hook by Jerwin Ancajas, though. Good check right hook by Ancajas there, too. A couple of good check hooks from Ancajas in the center of the ring. 1-2 and a right hook to the body for Ancajas. Now starting to build his offense in the middle of the ring here in the second. But a left hook to the body by Martinez. And a right hand through the center by Martinez. Center of the ring. And Martinez splits the right hand through the guard against the southpaw. Left hook to the body by Martinez, and he slips underneath the check right hook this time by Ancajas. Center of the ring here are both fighters. Good right hook to the body by Jerwin Ancajas. Clean on the button. Best shot of the round, but Martinez returning fire, landing some right hands over the top. Not clean, but getting them in partially. Good right hook to the body by Ancajas. That was the best punch of the round, was a clean, but oh, good right hand through the center by Martinez. Center ring action. Right hand by Martinez as Ancajas tried to load up on a left hand inside. Good jab to the body by Ancajas. Hook to the body by Martinez. Ooh, good two-piece to the body by Ancajas. Caught Martinez as he jumped in. Just dug in a nice left-right combination to the body. Some good body work this round by Ancajas. Another good right hook to the body by Ancajas. Good left hand by Martinez, though. He shoots a right hand through the center and follows it with a left hook. Okay. Martinez, more active fighter, letting his hands go more often and landing plenty. But Ancajas with a couple of really heavy, perfectly placed body shots this round. Quality against quantity in round 2. Good left hook to the body by Martinez and a good right hand to the body as well. But Ancajas right back with a right hook. Good second round, a round where Fernando Martinez threw more, maybe even landed more, but the best, most eye-catching shots of the round were the beautiful body work by Jerwin Ancajas. Martinez, when he lands his body shots, sometimes it's a little smothered. Other times he's getting it in clean, but Ancajas really got perfect distance and really landed it on the button when he dug to the body. Round could go to Martinez. I'll give a slight edge to Ancajas for the cleaner work. Quality over quantity a little bit. Ron, who'd you score that second for? Close round. I gave it to Ancajas. I thought he had the cleanest shot of the round was the right hook to the body. Yep.
Martinez did respond back a little bit after that, but I do think Ancajas may have edged it, but it's a close round.
It was a close round. I see Ancajas later in this fight. There's certain adjustments he can make to land and hurt Martinez at some point in this fight. But for now, Martinez is so far early on relentless. Good left hook by Martinez. Martinez led with the left hook there, landed it, and then able to let his hands go on the inside. Another good left hook by Martinez there. Another left hook by Martinez and a left uppercut. Martinez busting up Ancajas a little bit here in the center of the ring in round 3 to start. Good left uppercut by Martinez. All in the center of the ring. Good left hook again. That is an exchange for Martinez. Martinez winning this round early. landing his left hook and his left uppercut. Left hook to the body by Martinez. Right hand, sweeping right hook for Martinez on the inside. Another sweeping right hand on the inside. A left hook for Martinez. Martinez busting up and Cajas on the inside. Able to get underneath the taller, longer, and good left hook to the body by Martinez, having a hell of a round. And Cajas staying in there with him, maybe feeling like he has to exchange now on the inside, but he might be better off making the adjustments, finding his range. And now Martinez backs off and lets Cajas come to him. It was a good burst by Martinez in round 3. He's definitely winning this round. When the two get in close early in this fight, it's just Martinez letting go of shots 2 or 3 to 1 at a time. Martinez getting the better of it on the inside there as they exchange. And Cajas getting the range he wants, shoots off a 1-2. Another 1-2, good 1-2 by Cajas, but not the explosive power on it, taking something off of it so he can land it. Cajas gets a nice left uppercut in, trying to get distance. Good left uppercut though by Martinez, clean shot. Good pivoting by Martinez there, able to step to the side at times when he jumps in. Cajas trying to shoot some 1-2s, setting up a left uppercut for when Martinez comes in. There's an adjustment, but a right hook to the body by Cajas, but he ate a left hook up top for landing it. Oh. Good left hand, gets the crowd's attention near the bell. Martinez ate a good left hand there, but that was a Fernando Martinez round. Able to get inside, get off, get to Cajas' body. Cajas visibly wants some distance to really get full leverage on his straight left hand. But he did down the stretch of the third start to make an adjustment and throwing a left uppercut as Martinez come in and had a little success with that. So definitely Martinez's round in the third. 29-28 Fernando Martinez over Cajas in the first 3 rounds. Christian, new hair shampoos to tell, hair looking extra healthy. Nah, I don't know. It's just, good hair day. What belt is this fight for? Keith Scott, this is for the IBF Super Flyweight Championship. What channel is the fight on? Prince Jordan, this is on Showtime. Oh, I see the chat already got you, Showtime. All right, round 4. Martinez, left hook from Martinez, immediately get the round started. He's jumping in with that shot, and then after he lands it, he's stepping off to the side when Cajas tries to return fire. Martinez, throughout tonight, able to get off first. Good jab by Cajas. This Martinez tries to load up on a hook there. Good jab by Cajas, moving to his right. Good left uppercut by Cajas, just as his back touched the ropes and Martinez put the pressure on, and then a right hook to the body by Cajas. Good right hook by Cajas. And Cajas looking more comfortable here in the 4th. Finding some good answers in round 1. Cajas trying to get Martinez on a string behind his jab. Good left uppercut by Cajas there. Keeping the jab on Martinez. Martinez gets him in the corner, but Cajas circles his way out of there comfortably this time. Cajas looking a little more comfortable here in the 4th. Just missed with a left uppercut. Good 1-2 by Cajas. And he made Martinez short with his hook that time. Found the distance. Good left hook to the body by Martinez. Just as I say that, though. 1-2 by Cajas. Good jab to the body by Cajas. Right uppercut inside by Martinez. Martinez a little more wary before jumping in now and starting to become short with his punches as Ancajas is starting to keep him on the end of the length now. Good jab by Ancajas. Ancajas using his jab much better in this round. Good right hand by Martinez, though. Good right hook to the body by Ancajas. He spins his way out. And then a right hook up top by Ancajas. Having a good round. Oh, Martinez dips below a right hook and returns fire with a right hand. Big right hand by Martinez. And another right hand from Martinez followed by a left hook. Left hook to the body by Martinez. Right hook to the body by Ancajas. Good body work by both fighters. Martinez trying to come on strong at the end of this round. Getting in some good work here on the inside. That's where Martinez has had the advantages on the inside. And that's a Jerwin Ancajas round. Able to get a little more distance between him and Martinez. Martinez falling short with some of his lead hooks there as Ancajas got a little bit better distance, a little more authoritative behind that southpaw jab, and able to make a few decent adjustments there. 2 rounds to 2, 38-38 after 4. LeBron, yes, this is on Showtime. I'm not convinced on Colbert yet. Well, I love Chris Colbert. Watching him fight, he has a fun style to watch. You know, some guys are good counterpunchers and good boxers, but he does it with a certain style and flair that makes it fun to watch. Sometimes his chin is out there a little bit when he's relying on his reflexes and his slickness. Sometimes that chin is there, and then there's questions about the punching power. 6 knockouts in 16 fights, but I think his skills are really fun to watch. He's a skilled fighter with flair to his skills. Makes him fun to watch. But all right, round 5. Big right hand by Martinez to get round 5 started. Martinez loading up on some left hooks there, and Ancajas catching it on the glove. Ancajas misses the 1-2. Martinez steps in and gets a right hand. Ancajas back near the ropes. Ooh, good left hook by Martinez as he got Ancajas on the ropes and slipped underneath his jab. Good left uppercut. And some swelling now around the eyes of Jerwin Ancajas in the 5th. Good double left hook to the body and head by Martinez there. Martinez taking in control earlier in the 5th now. Good right hands by Martinez through the center. That's the shot to land against the southpaw. Ancajas hasn't been able to get his good left hook inside by Martinez. When they fight on the inside, Martinez has the advantage. A right hand through the center by Martinez. Ancajas not able to get the distance he wants here. Forced to, at times, throw get-off-me punches when Martinez gets inside where he wants. Good right hook to the body by Ancajas there, though. That wasn't a get-off-me punch. Martinez ahead in this round right now. Left hook, right hand, left hook by Martinez up top. Ancajas back on his jab. But Martinez, good guard, catching it on the gloves and knowing when to step in. And Martinez has landed both the right hand and the left hand tonight to the head and the body. And Ancajas' best punch has been a hard right hook downstairs. Ooh, right hook for Ancajas, but Martinez eats it, fires right through it. Left hand by Ancajas. Big left hook by Martinez. They both exchanged, and Martinez got the better of it with a big left hook, and then he landed a left hook right after it. Martinez smothering, keeping Ancajas on the back foot on his heels right here in the 5th. Big round for Martinez. Definitely taking some shots, but landing 3 or 4 to 1 in the 5th. Ancajas getting beat on the inside consistently. Good round for the challenger, Fernando Martinez, 48-47. We had an upset earlier with Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall. Maybe there's an upset brewing here to open up in Vegas. Fernando Martinez up 48-47 on the FightHype card through 5. Tyrone G, are the Charlo brothers scheduled to fight anyone yet? Jermel is still scheduled to fight Castaño. There's just no date yet since Castaño got injured. And as for Jamal, man, you never know. We might see him fight Caleb Plant next. Or, I don't know. It doesn't, I'd have to see it to believe it, but there were some writers on Twitter today who felt Charlo Munguia might actually be in play. I mean, when was the last time those two parties have worked with each other for a fight? But I would love to see that fight. Good right hand to the body by Martinez to start. All right, 6th round. Martinez off to a good start through 5. Good left hook to the body by Martinez. When he gets inside and underneath Ancajas, good left uppercut by Martinez. And Cajas has the power over Martinez, but Martinez getting off 3 or 4 to 1 on the inside. And you can see the swelling on Ancajas' eyes. Martinez battering him on the inside. And Cajas in a tough position for a fighter, where when a guy's swarming you, sometimes the more you try to create distance and keep him off, the more you get behind, the more he's working. So then at some point you start to think to yourself, this guy's all over me. I got to fight with him. I can't box. And then once you do that, you're fighting his fight. And Cajas in a tough spot right now, and he's losing round 6. Good left hook by Fernando Martinez. And Cajas starting to look a little weary in there in round 6. And Martinez making Ancajas miss when he fires back this round. Starting to show some bravado now is Martinez. He picks his hands up as if to say, you know, what's up, what's that, after he made Ancajas miss. Ancajas so dangerous with his power, though. He just landed a left hand as Martinez tried to open up. That got his attention, but Martinez keeping his hands up, has a good sense of timing and when to let his fast hands go on the inside. He does look like he has faster hands tonight than Ancajas. Just uppercuts, left hooks, right hands through the guard. Just double left hook, triple left hook, another left hook, a right hand, a left hook, a right hand, a body shot, another body shot, all for Fernando Martinez. He is overwhelming Ancajas in the 6th with his pace. Ancajas firing back, but he looks like the more wary fighter halfway through this fight. And this inside phone booth type of fighting, he has not been adept at it tonight. He is getting, big left hook by Martinez. And that one is the first one that looks like it may have shook Ancajas up just a little bit. That was a good left hook by Martinez, who takes a deep breath. Only 13 pro fights. You got to wonder how his gas tank's going to hold up through 12. And that is a round for the challenger, Fernando Martinez. A big round, landing big left uppercuts, landing right uppercuts, throwing 3 or 4 left hooks at once up top. The body work's been there every round for Martinez. And Cajas looked a little out of answers at points in the 6th round. Couldn't keep this guy off of him, who keeps coming and is active and is getting underneath him. Good stuff right now for Fernando Martinez. Upset brewing, huh? Yeah.
That kind of day today.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. (4-2), right? Martinez. That sounds about right. Yeah. All right, word is ringside. Might be a little upset brewing. We're halfway there, 58-56 for the challenger, Fernando Martinez. Round 7, the second half of this fight kicks off. And Cajas trying to get out of here with his 10th title defense. Big unification fight in Japan with Ioka. But all that is up in the air right now in round 7 in Las Vegas, because Martinez is not slowing down to start round 7. He is banging away with hooks and uppercuts. Good left hook to the body by Martinez, and already in round 7, he is outthrown on Cajas, 20-2. And Cajas not with a lot of steam on some of these punches he's throwing. He's taking something off the shots and trying to land them, getting banged away on the inside. Oh, big left hook by Martinez. Big right hand by Martinez. All on the inside and in close to mid-range. It's just Martinez is eating and Cajas up tonight on the inside. Right hand for Martinez. All of this stuff coming in mid to close range. Good right hand to the body underneath by Martinez. Right hook to the body by Cajas. He's got the bigger shots, but they have been few and far between as this fight is progressing now. Martinez, his back on the ropes now. And Cajas staying on the inside, not where it benefits him. And Cajas right now is not putting a lot on some of his punches. He's taking something off, just trying to touch with him so he can land something. Good body shots by Martinez on the inside. A little borderline. Center ring. Feels like Martinez explodes again. 3 or 4 punches, and the left hook is landing all night against Cajas on the inside. Good left hands on the inside by Martinez. Another left hook on the inside by Martinez. That's a good left hook again by Martinez. A good right uppercut by Cajas there. 3-punch combo capped by a right uppercut. Good stuff by Cajas, but not enough right here in round 7. Good right hook by Cajas. Oh, big left hook by Martinez. He answered fire right away. Big. Martinez putting all his momentum on the inside on one shot with one hand, and then covering up and coming back with all that momentum with the other hand. Coming in at times, bang, bang. Coming in like that over and over again, sweeping his punches. 5 rounds to 2. I got this 5-2 Martinez right now. This fight is beginning to get away from Cajas. He's getting outworked, out-hustled, and beat up on the inside. Still. Maker with the Connie gear, you know it. Great. Munguia is overrated. I'm telling you, Munguia Charlo's a war. When you look at the Macias Montiel fight, if I think Charlo would show up sharper for a Jaime Munguia fight than he did Macias Montiel. But still, you look at that fight, and even though Charlo won almost every round, he got rocked around in the number of rounds in that fight. So I think Munguia could definitely be competitive and have success against Charlo. Beating him's another matter. A couple of left uppercuts early in this 8th round for Martinez. We saw Jack Catterall in this round as the underdog make the big moment, even though he lost. Let's see if Martinez, who's off to a solid start, landing his left uppercut and his left hook inside to get started in round 8. Good left uppercut again. It's been a hell of a left uppercut again by Martinez. Uppercut's been very nice for him in this fight, as has the left hook. Martinez has landed his right hand, but it's the left hand that catches the eye more. He's got a sharp left hand, left uppercut, left hook to the body and the head. Definitely kind of left hand dominant is Martinez, although he's been smart enough to split that right hand through the southpaw's guard in this fight. 2 body shots by Martinez. And defensively not getting hit with a lot is Martinez. It's not like he's a Floyd Mayweather or Canelo and they're doing a lot of head movement, or but he just has a good sense of when to keep his hands up and pull out after he does his work, and he does it. Left uppercut, right hand inside from Martinez. Cajas is letting this left hook from Martinez inside, and Cajas letting this fight get away from him. It has become one-sided on the inside between these two guys. Left uppercut from Martinez. He's leading with that shot, too. Usually you have to jab to set that stuff up, hook off the jab, really figure out your distance first. But essentially, Martinez is stepping in when he feels it's time and just landing his lead left uppercut, lead left hook. Oof. Good combination in the center of the ring for Martinez. Round 8, a lot of work done for Martinez and Cajas. Good right hook by Cajas, though. Just as I say that, big right hook. He can change this fight with one punch. And the way Martinez continues to come in, taking chances, he is there to be hit at some point, but the work rate and a little bit superior hand speed from Martinez, work rate and the inside fighting ability is winning him this fight. Oh, big right hook by Cajas near the 10-second mark, but Martinez took it well, but you could hear the heavy-handed thud on that shot. Big shot in the last 10 for Jerwin and Cajas. You could hear the thud, but not enough on my card. Getting outlanded 3 or 4 to 1. And Cajas did land his right hook twice in the last minute hard, but Martinez took it well. What do you got this scored, Ronnie G?
I haven't been scoring, but Martinez is clearly winning. I think it's pretty obvious that he's more active.
Yep.
He has some more cleaner, effective shots inside. He lands 3 to 4 every time Cajas lands 1. The only thing is that Cajas does have like an equalizer punch, but he doesn't land it enough, and he's pretty wide with it. Cajas is normally known as a good body puncher, so I'm kind of wishing I can see a little bit more of that, but he's kind of crowding his shots, and he's losing inside battle, so I think he just needs to use his height and pick his shots a little bit better and set them up. He swings one at a time, so I think clearly Martinez is winning. You know?
Appreciate that from my man Ron G. Back in round 9 now, and I got this one 6 rounds to 2 for Fernando Martinez. Again, out hustling Cajas to start this 9th round on the inside. Good jab by Cajas there, though. But Martinez, big right hand by Martinez. Cajas not able to see it coming because he throws it at an angle, sweeps it on the inside. It ain't the most textbook style by Martinez at times, but he's got a good timing and a sense of when to step in, and he's a tough guy. He's been hit with a couple of big right hooks like the last round, and he's walked through them. He's just a tough son of a bitch from Argentina. It looks like Argentina has a big left hook and a right hand by Martinez, teeing off on the inside. Huge shots by the Argentinian. Huge moment there for Martinez. I mean, really put everything on those shots. And Cajas showing a big chin in this fight. He has eaten a lot of power shots from Fernando Martinez, who on paper has 10 knockouts and 13 wins. Cajas nodding his head, blood coming from his nose, some swelling around both eyes. Oh, nice right hand by Martinez. And Cajas forced to throw get off me punches. The sharper, crisper work by Martinez on the inside right now. Overwhelming And Cajas here in round 9. Oh, non-stop barrage from Martinez. And Cajas returns fire now, 1, 2, 3. But a right uppercut gets in Martinez right after. Deep breath by Martinez. This guy's cardio has been crazy so far. Another short left hook in the side for Martinez. Oh, he tees off with a right and a left hand. He is sweeping these shots. Big shots against Jerwin and Cajas, sweeping with all his power on it. Martinez on the inside. Cajas showing a great chin, but not an ability to make the right adjustments. And he looks tired in there, doesn't Cajas? Nice left uppercut by Martinez. And then a left hook, another left hook, and a right hand, a sweeping right hand. 4 or 5 punches landed in that sequence for Martinez. Oh, big left hook by Martinez, winning these exchanges. Every exchange, he is getting the better of it. He is the better fighter tonight through 9 rounds, 7 rounds to 2. 7 rounds to 2 for Argentina's Fernando Martinez. Marcos Maidana has to be loving what he's seeing from his fighter right now. And not just loving the fact that his fighter is winning the fight, but winning it in a fan-friendly style that the Argentinian fighters are sometimes known for. Martinez has busted up and Cajas, put him on his heels from round 1 and busted him up on the inside. It was even after 4, 2-2. But it's been 5 rounds in a row for Argentina's Fernando Martinez on the FightHype card. Let's see what the chat is saying. Jahar is too real. This fight is so damn entertaining. It is entertaining. It is a good fight. I'd be louder if I was home, you know, but you can't be rude to your colleagues ringside. So, all right. All right, round 10, and Cajas, and for Cajas, you're not in your hometown like Josh Taylor was earlier in the day, so there's a good chance you are down big on the scorecards, despite being the A side tonight. Oh, Martinez jumping right on Cajas to start the 10th. Gets on the inside, gets Cajas up against the ropes. Both swinging for broke, both of them. Big right hook by Cajas. And Cajas says, yeah, come on. You're giving me my only chance here. Swing crazy with me. Right hook for Cajas. And Martinez takes a step back. Little good right hook to the body by Cajas. You got to appreciate Martinez's relentlessness, but he's playing with fire with the power of Cajas coming in like that. All right, back in the center of the ring now after the referee, Jack Reese, had to pull him apart. Martinez, in that sequence, able to get underneath, land a few right hands to the body. Ooh, and Cajas just off with a left hand that Martinez almost walked right into. Right hook by Cajas. Martinez walking into that shot, eating some big shots this round. And Cajas having a good 10th round here. But Martinez showing the chin. Martinez showing the chin. He may just have the chin to take Jerwin's best. Oh, big left hook by Martinez on the inside. Oh, right hand sweeping. You got to wonder if Cajas maybe just a hair dismayed by landing a couple of Sunday shots and Martinez not affected by him. Nice right hand by Martinez on the inside. Ooh, 1-2 by Cajas knocks Martinez off balance a little bit, and Cajas is winning the 10th. Big left hand by Cajas. Martinez walked into it, but takes it. Nice straight left to the body by Cajas. Martinez slowing down the work rate. Nice two-piece of the body by Cajas. Martinez busting through on the inside now, though. Good rally by Martinez. Back comes Ancajas with a combination. Landed the right hook to finish his combination. Sweeping right hand lands for Martinez. Nice. And Cajas swinging hard off the ropes. Right hook to the body by Cajas off the ropes. Good combination for Martinez. Last 10 seconds. And Cajas has this round. So Martinez able to get in plenty of good work in round 10, but definitely lost the round. And Cajas able to land a couple of hard right hooks you could hear throughout the Cosmopolitan. But Fernando Martinez showing the chin, showing the whiskers. And if he can't get him out of there with some of these big shots, it may be too little too late for Ancajas. But he wins the 10th, 7 rounds to 3, 97-93 Martinez after 10. Mrs. Joette, you are the best commentator on YouTube. Thank you, Mrs. Joette. That is so sweet of you. But again, Jacob Hubbard, What Network? This is on Showtime tonight. Lefty and the new. Man, we still got 2 rounds to go, man, and he is the B-side. So I still think Martinez needs to win one of these last 2 rounds to get this fight, being the B-side. 2 rounds left, and Cajas swollen around the eyes, puffy around the eyes, and Martinez definitely gotten the better of this fight through 10. But Cajas did win the 10th. Both fighters have really shown a good chin tonight. They both have some solid power, but neither guy has really been hurt. Now Cajas near the corner. Good defense by Martinez, catching shots as he comes in, and a big 2-piece to the body by Martinez, and then a couple of left hooks knocking and Cajas all around the ring with left hooks and sweeping right hands. These aren't straight right hands. He's sweeping these right hands all night long after his left hook on the inside. Big rally by Martinez to get him ahead in the 11th here. Another left hook by Martinez. Left hook by Martinez again, pops Cajas' head up. Martinez has definitely got the advantage in round 11. Right hand, left hook by Martinez. The left hook is rocking Cajas around. Another left hook, right hand, left hook, right hand, left hook, right hand, left hook. I mean, these are 6-7 punch combinations by Martinez that are landing with consistency round after round after round in the inside. Sweeping right hand, left hook, followed by another right hand from Martinez. Right hand landed. Jerwin down big in the 11th. Not only on the cards, but losing this round big right now. Martinez letting his hands go. Staying on the front foot, really not giving the judges a chance to take this away from him in the 11th. Not taking his foot off the gas like Catterall did against Taylor earlier. Good left hook by Martinez. Another left hook. He has landed that shot over 100 times, I'm sure of it. Good left hook by Martinez. Sweeping right hand. You've heard me call that all night long. Sweeping right hand by Martinez. He has busted up Cajas and knocked his head around on the inside. Less than 10 seconds left. And I have seen enough through 11 on my card. Martinez has this fight won regardless of what happens in the 12th. 8 rounds to 3 for Fernando Martinez right now. Yeah, in complete control. 107-102 heading into this last round. It looks like Cajas is not going to make it to 10 title defenses and a unification with Kazuto Iroka. 2,000 punches thrown thus far in this fight. That is amazing. Tiafimo said speed over power. Yeah, Martinez has been the faster guy. He has faster hands tonight. Let's see. King Doc, not Showbox. No, just Showtime Championship Boxing. In the U.S., you guys had the Taylor fight closer than did a lot of people. I thought Catterall won the fight, but I just understood fighting off the back foot exclusively, not throwing punches for a minute at a time in certain rounds, letting Taylor rough you up in the clinches, even though it's not clean punches. I knew that was going to be enough to give Scotland what it needed to give Josh the verdict, but I actually myself scored it for Catterall. But he has to be aware that you can't fight that way down the stretch of a fight and get a decision in another guy's hometown. So, but here in round 12, last round, Martinez has this fight in the bag as far as I'm concerned. 8 rounds to 3. Because good right hands, sweeping right hands by Martinez on the inside again. And Cajas tired, forced to just fight Martinez's fight from the 4th round on. He couldn't box him, couldn't get his distance, and really started to be forced to throw get-off-me punches in this fight. Big right hand, left hook by Martinez. Martinez is winning the 12th. He's won most of this fight. Nice right hand by Martinez, and Cajas very tired. Unable to find answers in this fight and really make adjustments. Made a few adjustments early, but didn't stick with them. Martinez continuing to outwork him, throwing 4, 5, 6 punches to 1. Incredible stamina tonight by Fernando Martinez. Another right hand on the inside for Martinez. Left hook on the inside for Martinez. Blood coming from Cajas' nose. Lots of swelling around both eyes. And despite Martinez just coming in all night long, he hasn't been as easy to hit as you would think. Martinez winning this 12th like he has in the style in which he's won most of these rounds, just on top of Cajas. Too much activity, too much inside fighting ability, too much body work invested early on in the fight for Cajas to be strong down the stretch. Cajas firing tiredly, but Martinez continuing to get the better of the fight, even here in the final round. Getting underneath Cajas, landing shots, rocking his head around. As they go down the stretch, fans have loved this fight. It has been a hell of a fight. They exchange down the last 10 seconds, and Martinez wins the 12th. He clearly won the fight to the point where even if it was in the Philippines, he probably would have won this fight anyway. So 9 rounds to 3. Martinez taking a bow ringside to everybody, looking in the 4 directions of the ring, taking a bow. And I had that fight 117-111 for Fernando Martinez, Marcos Maidana's fighter out of Argentina. This man only had 13 professional fights, and Cajas was in his 11th world title fight, and yet he came in here. My friend Daisuke now may not get to cover a unification between Ioka and Cajas. Sorry, Daisuke.
Yeah, unfortunately, unification fight is probably gone.
Oh, man. That's okay, though. It's all right. So we will see. 9 rounds to 3 was our card. That gives a lot of breathing room for Fernando Martinez, to where even if the judges saw 2 rounds the other way for Cajas, he still got 7 on the board. I know this is boxing, and we've seen dubious decisions, but I'd be surprised if Martinez doesn't walk away the new IBF super flyweight champion here. because and Cajas A side and whatnot, but well, I don't know how much that carries in the neutral site and when you're not the main event, you know. Rock'em sock'em robots. It was that at times. But a method to Martinez's madness, knows how to keep his hands up and stay small on the inside. And even when he's winging a shot, whether it's the right or the left, that other hand is staying glued to the other side, and he knows how to get his head off the line after loading up on it. He's not here, and the head's still here. He brings his head with the shot, so what's coming back goes there, and then he comes back the other way, and he did that over and over again on the inside, and Cajas just uncomfortable in there. Did anyone score it for Cajas? Yeah. But, right. I pray for a speedy recovery of both fighters. Lots of damage done, but hella entertaining. All right, unanimous. Say they got it right. Let's hear it. 117, 111. That's what we got it. 16, 12. Oh, shit. Damn. 118, 110. And the new. They said, fuck robbing this kid. We're gonna give him 10-2 card. We're not even gonna make this 16-12 or 15-13. They said, no, you won that, Fernando Martinez. That's it. And the new big upset. Marcos Maidana is boogieing in the corner. He is jumping up and down, hands in the air for Fernando Martinez. Argentina, got yourself a new player. You got yourself a new world champion. And that's beautiful. You know, about a half decade ago or so, we had Maravilla Martinez. We had the 3 M's, triple M's. We had Matisse, Maidana, and Martinez. And those guys had to hang him up. Well, actually, Martinez is still fighting. But so Argentina needed a champion, and they got one now. And these fighters from Argentina, whether it's been Carlos Monzon or Jorge Castro in the 90s, they're always so fun to watch, you know. I know Nicolino Loche was a defensive fighter from Argentina back in the day, but technically he was of Italian descent. But for the most part, the Argentinian fighters of prominence are bangers. They're fun to watch. And Martinez, everybody in the chat, you guys are all saying it was super fun to watch. So maybe put this guy in there with the winner of Chocolatito and Martinez, something like that. Filipino here, but congrats to Martinez. Well, good sportsmanship, my man, from Maker. And yes, I am impressed, Rowe, my brother. He earned it tonight. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did, Mrs. Joette. They couldn't take it from him. And I thought Catterall won earlier tonight, but that's how you take the belt off the champion, like Martinez did. 1 through 12. He closed the show. And Cajas had a nice little 10th round, landed some heavy shots. I actually think it took something to Cajas to land his best shots, and Martinez did not really get hurt by it. I think that kind of was his last gasp there in the 10th round. And then Martinez closed the show in the 11th and 12th. And Jack Catterall didn't do that earlier today. And that's why he's not champion. Even if you thought he won, I thought he won. You gotta understand the situation. And Martinez did, going on the road as a B-side. And he beat that ass 1 through 12 and is the new champion. And like Mrs. Joette said in the chat, she said it perfect. He earned it tonight. Absolutely. My man Ron G has evacuated ringside to try to get Marcos Maidana's reaction, I'm sure, to having a champion now. This kid Martinez was humble this week. He's saying thank you for the opportunity. Huge moment for this kid, Fernando Martinez. You didn't just win a vacant belt. You beat a guy who had the belt for years and had 9 title defenses. And he's crying now in the ring. Is Fernando Martinez crying? It looks like he's speaking to himself emotionally, but amazing job. Thank you, brother. From Teo Fab. Appreciate you, man. Don't mind the lull here and the talking. Just listening to this post-fight, and, you know, we'll get right back into it for Gary Antoine Russell, Victor Postol. All right, here we go now. Now they're going to get a word from Jerwin and Cajas. And Martinez is staying in the ring. Okay, now he's leaving the ring. Martinez finishing his photo ops in the ring, and Cajas getting spoken to by Jim Gray. You know, sometimes they just wait too long to make certain big fights. I remember when Cajas won that belt back in LA at the Forum, I think it was, or he defended his belt early on at the Forum. But I remember we were all wanted to see him fight Gallo Estrada or Soren Visai, the fighter from Thailand. And they do what they do in boxing. They sat on the belt and they wait and they wait. Now you wind up losing to a 13-0 guy. Sometimes it's like, just make the big fight, you know. Don't milk it. Just make the big fight. But then again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they made some decent money off these 9 title defenses, more than they would have made in a fight with Soren Visai. But you get my point. And really the point is, what if Cajas regressed a little bit at some point during these 9 title defenses? What if you don't continue to elevate your fighters' level of opposition so they can grow and get better, they can become stagnant? And you know what they say about becoming stagnant? You actually start to go backwards. You regress. So back to the drawing board for Cajas. One. So now we are just going to kick back for a second. Kick back ringside, you know, wait for Gary Antoine Russell and Victor Postol. I thought that Gary Antoine Russell was super classy at the press conference. By nature, in a great way you need to be in boxing. He's a killer. Like his older brother Gary, they take no prisoners, but he was very classy to Postol with everything that's going on in the Ukraine. And I thought that was very classy of Gary Antoine Russell. I don't think it's going to make him take it easy on Victor Postol, because he has a statement he needs to make for himself tonight. It's a chance to be the first man to stop Victor Postol. This is the guy that has fought the best of the best at 140 in Crawford, Ramirez, and Taylor. None of them stopped him. Taylor and Ramirez were competitive. So Gary Antoine has a big opportunity to make a name for himself in the hardcore boxing world by stopping Postol tonight. But I expect him afterwards to really open up his heart to Postol and be a gentleman. And that's just something I've had a lot of respect for Gary Antoine this week. And I actually, part of me feels he will be the first to stop Postol. And I think he's going to be a true sportsman after the fight. So I'm very excited to see this young man perform ringside. He beat Jaron Ennis 3 times in the amateurs. Ennis is, in terms of pure physical gifts and talent, might be the most talented fighter in the world, pound for pound. So that says a lot about Gary Antoine, beating him as youngsters in the amateurs. 14-0, 14 knockouts. Probably the best talent at 140 pounds is Gary Antoine Russell. Brandon Lee is no damn joke either, coming up at 25-0. Brandon Lee's a bad boy. But we're about to see, I think, the true blue chipper at 140, and you know, maybe a guy who has the physical gifts to be a elite you know, unified champion, top fighter in Gary Antoine Russell. So really happy to get an up close look at him tonight.
Charge your tablet.
Okay, got you. Hear what you're saying, bro. Just feel for Catterall. After all the effort and sacrifice he put in to then get a bad decision, what do you think is next for Josh after saying that was his last fight at 140? Well, I mean, you are what you are, right? So it's not like Taylor's necessarily going to become better. I just think that he can perform better than he did tonight because when you put a guy in a marquee type of fight and he's a marquee fighter, he's usually going to show up sharper and better than he would for a normal fight. So I do think Josh would be better against Crawford. And they're both with MTK. And I'm at the point where if we obviously aren't getting Spence Crawford, then a fight like Taylor Crawford, you got to start thinking of realistic and good fights that are consolation prizes, and that's one of them. Taylor almost lost to Catterall tonight, so it's a risk no matter who you put him in there with. The money is there for Crawford, and Crawford's on a spring chicken at 35. I say you might just still go ahead and take the Crawford fight. Show us the atmosphere, said Doom. I might be able to get away with that. I might be able to get away with that. Let me see. You know, there's the crowd out there and whatnot. Can't really show too much, but or here, maybe I can show you up top. Hold on. Here, a quick look. I don't want them to beat me up at ringside, but yeah, you know, there you go. It's a look. There you go. There you go. That's the looks and sounds ringside. I don't know. Gary Russell says his little bro would mop Crawford up. Well, I mean, experience, my man Maker. I think Boots. I mean, and they're not even in the same weight class yet, Gary, Antoine, and Crawford. I think Boots, despite his inexperience, might beat Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence right now just because of his talent. But Gary Antoine at 140, you know, I don't know. Well, let's see what we get from him tonight. Okay, thoughts on Taylor and Serrano. So, you know, I'm more prone to like Serrano's style. Maybe it's a North American thing, you know. But I like, to me, she fights in more of a professional style. She really turns her punches over, kills the body, and punches to hurt her opponent. Katie Taylor still has more of that amateur style in comparison where she's busy, really good combination puncher, and she out-hustles these girls and knows how to put rounds in the bank. That's why she won 2 gold medals. So even though I like Serrano's professional style better, I'm kind of leaning towards Taylor because 10 2-minute rounds, it's hard to win quality over quantity in 10 2-minute rounds. So especially when a lot of your best shots come to the body, judges don't score body work as well as they do shots up top, even though sometimes the body shots are hurting the other guy more than the head shots he's taken or the woman. So I'm actually leaning a little bit towards Taylor by decision. I think she can out-hustle Amanda Serrano. Not necessarily land the heaviest shots of the night, but just, you know, and out-hustle her, put some rounds on the board. And while Serrano's being aggressive, looking to get underneath and kill the body, sometimes she gets touched up being aggressive. So, yeah, I'm a little bit more of a fan of Amanda Serrano's style. I feel like if they were going 12 rounds like she requested, it would benefit her. But 10 2-minute rounds, I might have to give it to Taylor. LOL, this guy said Errol can beat Crawford. Errol couldn't get Mikey out of there. I got Crawford over Spence. Even though great fundamentals, great southpaw jab, work rate, heavy hands, great body puncher. But I got Crawford. I just think he's got more in his bag, more in his arsenal. So good. 97. How do you see Inoue versus Donaire 2? I got to go with Inoue once more, even though Donaire's looked good. But I just got to go with the younger bull, man. Last knockout is when who did he knock out? He knocked out the boy from the Philippines, the young undefeated cat. Obviously, Inoue knocked out Daz Marinas. Can't quite, it's on the tip of my tongue. But I know he knocked out the young, fresh, undefeated kid from the Philippines in his last fight. But I give the advantage to Inoue, man. I think Inoue by a hair over Canelo right now is the most explosive fighter in boxing, pound for pound. I think, what's up, brother? I'm not getting on your nerves, am I? Okay, good. Yeah. No, I think Inoue by a hair. Canelo's the more complete fighter. Better defense, better head movement, just a little bit more more skillful. But in terms of explosiveness and just who's the sharpest, most explosive puncher in boxing, I think it's Inoue, pound for pound. He is a bad boy. Oh, we got PVC in the chat. Oh, my God. We are loving the fights, Premier Boxing Champions. Thank you. Oh, man. That's a blessing, man. When the people broadcast of the fights fuck with you and get in the chat, that feels good. Oh, you're the best. Best. It's funny because the part of you is like, if they find out you're doing a round by round, they're going to kick your ass out. Like, motherfucker, we did not pay you to compensate our fights. So. But, Boots by far, you homer. Boots by far what? Boots by far what? And I am a Boots homer. Boots is the shit. Oh, Boots most explosive. Don't get me wrong. He was in the back of my head the whole time I was saying it. The whole time I was saying it. I'd be like, Boots. I'm almost disqualifying him because he's so fast. It's like, man, the speed blinds me from the power on that. No, Boots is as explosive as they come. You're right. I'm giving FightHype Sport. Why don't I get a shout out to my man Lefty in the chat? Shout out to Lefty. All day, baby. Who you got? Russell knockout? No, that's a bit of a. I get the sense he is going to be the first guy to stop Postol, but that's almost a bit of a reach when Terrence Crawford couldn't stop him. But when you've lost 3 fights already. And everything the man is going through, and then at some point, a young lion takes you out, usually. Hang around long enough, you get stopped at some point. Paulie Malignaggi, he got stopped by Amir Khan, but he went the distance with some top guys like Cotto and Broner, and Hatton and Khan got him out in the late rounds, but it wasn't until Sean blasted him out in 4 rounds. That was the time a young guy really got him out of there. And that might be the case for Victor Postol, who we know is fighting with a heavy heart tonight, man. God, so much. It's crazy, man. It's a blessing that not to get. I'll get off that subject quickly, but it's a blessing that sometimes we get the life we do where you don't have to worry about missiles striking us and all that. So it was just crazy for them to go through that. And to close on that real quick, Ivan Redkach is here ringside with the Ukrainian flag, holding his Ukrainian flag alongside his son in support for Victor Postol. I talked to him before the fight. Ivan told me he needed someone here to support him. He needs family. He needs friends and support because his wife and his kids are overseas in Ukraine right now, hunkered down in a bunker. That's just insane. So so much respect to Victor Postol, former WBC super lightweight champion, classy guy, terrific outside fighter. It's just you feel for the Iceman tonight. And now here comes Gary Antoine Russell, the definition of a true measuring stick fight tonight for Gary Antoine Russell. He's in there with a former champ, coming in with his Egyptian garb. Coming in Egypt style is Gary Antoine Russell. Him and his big brother Gary, they like to go real far back into African history, so no surprise that he's rocking the Egyptian gear tonight. But a true measuring stick fight for Gary Antoine Russell because Postol's been in there with the best. He's went 12 with the best. Some people thought he may have gotten a draw against Jose Ramirez. A lot of people had the cards closer with Josh Taylor than the judges had it. And then he was you know what? Victor Postol is the last fighter to go the distance with Terrence Crawford. That was almost 6 years ago. Postol was the last guy to go the distance with Bud. I just remembered that. Yeah. You think Gary's going to be the first one, Dre, to get him out of there? You think Gary's going to be the first one to get him out of there? No. Yep. Showing respect to the veteran. I get the sense he might, but it's more of a sense. The guy, but yeah. It is. It is a big step up. He almost beat Ramirez. Yeah. So my man next to me, Andreas Hale, you guys probably know some of his work. Not having it on the stoppage tonight. He seemed to very committed that Postol's going to go the distance tonight. Very legit, logical opinion. He's went the distance with everybody. Y'all liking the upsets today. Agreed. We're all blessed. I got Crawford over Spence. Munguia versus Boo Boo. I give it to Munguia. Shout out to Postol. Just hope it doesn't affect him at all. This ain't the opponent to have shit in the back of your mind bothering you against. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, he's fighting the guy, the young guy of the division tonight, Victor Postol. He has fought them all in this division, man. Interested to see how, Postol's length, even in the first 4 rounds with Terrence Crawford, gave him problems. Postol's length, he knows how to use it. Not a body puncher. Definitely not an inside fighter. Not a guy who's going to throw a left hook like Joe Frazier. But that 1-2 is a problem. He is excellent up the middle at range. So we'll see how Gary Antoine gets underneath that. He's a shorter guy. Gary Antoine Russell, very good inside fighter, kills the body. He'll look to do that. But first, he's got to get through the straight line, long-rangey shots of Victor Postol. Okay. Is he retiring after this? He doesn't seem to have one foot out the door heading into this fight. I mean, a decent question to think here. Is there any chance that with everything going on in his life that this somehow produces a better performance out of Postol? But I don't, we'll see. You guys can hear the introductions, I'm sure, live. 14-0, 14 knockouts. You get Maidana?
Yeah, I got Maidana.
Oh, you got Maidana. Look out for that on FightHype. Yeah, a little something Marcos Maidana. Yeah, just a little something. Argentina's newest champion.
I gotta see Antoine up close.
Gary Antoine, I gotta see.
I've seen him a couple of times on the East Coast. Great, but he didn't fight a Victor Postol.
Right.
That's the only thing.
Like
19
like
fought against Victor Postol.
like Andreas Hale said, big step up tonight. So we'll see. All right, round 1 to start. You know what Postol's game plan is. You know what he brings to the table. He is very good at his dimension. Straight shots through the center at range. Here we go. Usually the guy at range has an advantage early. But southpaw Gary Antoine Russell coming in early, shooting a couple of aggressive straight lefts to the body. Throwing a jab early on, similar to his older brother. Kind of pawing it out there twice. Already getting inside. Banging away with his right hand to the body of Postol in a clinch with his free hand. Gary Antoine, the young, fresh, hungry bull in there with the tall, rangy veteran Postol. Fighting through unbelievable circumstances tonight is Victor Postol. Gary Antoine able to get inside in that first minute and get to the body a little bit. Jabs his way in. Not a great jab by Gary Antoine, but putting it out there. Putting it out there on his way in, not just coming in naked. Now Postol on the ropes and a couple of good body shots by Gary Antoine Russell. This is what Emmanuel Stewart talked about here in round 1, where he said the veterans sometimes they just struggle with the youthful energy and enthusiasm of a younger fighter. Oh, good inside work by Gary Antoine Russell. Got a right hook in first good headshot. It was a nice right hook up top after getting to the body of the Ukrainian. Postol there, finally able to get a couple jabs going. Now in the corner. Gary Antoine missing with a straight left, but picks Postol's head up a little bit with a right uppercut. Postol not able to get his jab going yet. There's a jab for Postol. And now you hear Russell's family in the audience telling him, set it up more. He's just letting his hands go early. Energy, youth, and ambition. Not a textbook, authoritative double jab that Gary Antoine's throwing tonight. He's pawing it out there, but he's letting it out there twice each time, just as he comes in, not coming in naked. And it's doing enough for him to get inside and get to the body of Victor Postol in round 1. Left hand to the body for Gary Antoine Russell, jumping in with that shot. Ooh, right hand for Victor Postol, just off, but he almost walked Gary Antoine into that shot. Gary Antoine short with his jab every time he throws it. Doubles it up almost every time, same rhythm, but short with it. But it didn't matter because it gave him enough to get where he wanted to get and get to the body of Victor Postol on the inside. Landed a right uppercut up top. It's halfway through the round. Definitely 10-9, Gary Antoine Russell. And again, that's what Emmanuel Stewart used to talk about for these guys in their 30s as they move on. It's more than any kind of technical skill. It's just the youthful energy and enthusiasm from a guy in his 20s sometimes just gives them problems. And that was the case in round 1. I don't think Gary Antoine was throwing anything stylistically or skill-wise that Victor hadn't seen before. It was just a young, fast kid letting his hands go. Let's see on the chat. Gary Antoine, too anxious KO Postol. He wants to make a mark. It'll come 100. He was anxious in round 1, but that's good. Don't wait on the older guy. You got to be the young guy letting your hands go, getting off first. And that's what Gary Antoine is doing in round 2 to get started. Good. You can hear the breathing on every shot from Gary Antoine. And his left hand to the body has been good in this fight. And then he gets in the left hand up top. with Postol along the ropes, Postol forced to clinch and now get back in the center of the ring. Straight left to the body by Gary Antoine Russell. Just Gary Antoine letting his hands go as much as he can, staying on top of Postol. Again, utilizing a little double jab every time just to get Postol's attention enough as he comes in to then get inside where he wants, and good body work to start this fight for Gary Antoine Russell. Good right hand to the body by Victor Postol there as he caught Gary Antoine coming in. Oh, Postol just off with a right hand, but landed a left hook. Sharp shots. Postol looks like he's got some sharp arrows in his quiver. He's just waiting to let him go at the right time here. Good exchange by both fighters. Gary Antoine getting in the left hand and Postol getting in the right hand. Good jab by Postol. Postol coming alive a little bit here now. Postol using his length to get out of the way of harm's way along the ropes. Good straight left, though, by Gary Antoine. Postol, not a guy with great head movement, just uses that long length to get out of the way. Sometimes pulls straight back. Gary now getting Gary Antoine getting Postol in the corner. Shoe shines, not too effective, but again, letting his hands go more than the almost 40-year-old vet. Yeah, but we love you, Japan. We love you, Japan. We love you so much. Seriously, thank you for everything. We love you, Japan, so much. Gary Antoine winning this round 2, 10 seconds left. Postol trying to keep him on the outside, but was able to land a good thudding jab halfway through the round. Got in a good right hand, sweeping right hand to the body as he timed Gary Antoine going in. But other than that, Gary Antoine just, again, in the first half of this round, pace slowed down the stretch of the second round, but just letting his hands go more, staying on top of Postol, getting to his body, being more active, the younger guy. 2018 Gary Antoine Russell, not yet able to crack him with too much clean up top, but some good body work early that may slow down Postol as this fight continues. But Postol on the same time, just off the mark with a couple of intelligently placed veteran shots. It looks like he's definitely sees some opening. He just doesn't want to get caught in a firefight with this kid, and he knows he's got to be the smarter guy. Has a little sharp order to him, Antoine does. You're right. In this fight, you're right. The way he's... See, the difference is, though, Sean had a more authoritative double jab when he came in. He threw his jab to hit you with it, not just to cut range with it to get inside. Bam, bam, he was going to hit you with it. Gary Antoine tonight, more of a pawing jab just to get in range. Good right hook by Gary Antoine. Sprang up, got low, and sprang up with a right hook and got Postol there. Straight left to the body by Gary Antoine. That left hand to the body has been the best shot for Gary Antoine in this fight. He's been very smart. He hasn't gotten sloppy and trying to get aggressive and land up top. All that's been there is that long, tall abdomen, and he's taking it. He's taking what's there early on until he can open up more. Again, left hand to the body by Gary Antoine Russell. There's a good jab by Gary Antoine Russell. And that was the first real authoritative jab he's landed. Another timed left hand to the body by Gary Antoine. That's been a good shot all night so far. He's having a solid third round, is the young man. Postol almost countering with a right hand up top when Gary went to go to the body there. Little right hand there by, Postol landing a right hand, but a straight left comes in up top for Gary Antoine Russell to answer back. Good jab by Postol. Good jab to the body by Victor Postol. Gary Antoine ahead in this third round. Good body work. It's been the left hand to the pit of the stomach for him. Good right hand to the body by Victor Postol. Not known as a puncher, but his shots have actually had more impact on him when he lets them go. Postol, though, getting outworked, roughed up when Gary gets on the inside. Good left hand to the body by Gary Antoine Russell. Shot it straight, and that actually made Postol's right elbow come down a little bit. And he's retreating after that straight left hand to the body. He felt it. He felt it. That was a good straight left to the body that forced Postol to get on his bike and drop that right elbow a little bit to protect his abdomen. Yep, he is wary of the body shot now, and that's what's going to open up the head. Sure, you guys watching the chat or watching the fight on Showtime, you saw it. 30-27, Gary Antoine Russell. He got through in the last 45 seconds with that straight left to Postol's body. Postol forced to back off and protect his body. Tiafimo says, love watching Swarmers. I wonder if that's what Gary is always going to be, or if he's just fighting like that wisely against a tall guy. He wants to keep him outside. That body work, yep. Postol will open up. Well, Lefty, you saw it there at the very end when he laid along the ropes. He lowered his elbows to block, and like you said, that's what's going to open it up. What's the odds Garcia beats Colbert? I got Colbert tonight. Garcia's length, if Colbert pulls straight out at times or, relies on the reflexes too much to the chin's exposed, maybe Garcia's length can catch him when he's getting out of there. But I think Chris Colbert should be fine tonight. He's got some really good skills. Round 4 now. Gary Antoine up 3-zip on the FightHype card. A little bit of swelling around his right eye. That jab must have done that by Victor Postol. Gary Antoine looking to aim that left hand up top a little bit. You could see it here. He wants to land the left hand that he landed to the body, to the head this round at some point. You could see it. And he's staying on top of Postol here in the center of the ring, beating the body. Ooh, nice right hand by Postol, but Gary Antoine loops the left hand in response and lands it. Gary Antoine, solid defensively, getting out of the way of Postol trying to line him up as he comes in. Good left hand up top by Gary Antoine. Got his head off the line and threw a straight left hand. Shoe shine to the body by Gary Antoine there. Postol keeps him off with a straight uppercut, but not for long. Gary Antoine right back on him. Postol forced to clinch along the ropes. Good right hand to the body by Postol. And that's... Ooh, big right uppercut by Victor Postol lands. They trade left hand and a right hand, but a good shot by Victor Postol, but Gary Antoine not deterred, staying right on top of him. Closest round of the fight. Postol able to get in that good right uppercut there and a couple of good right hands to the body this round. Good jab by Russell, but misses with the left hand after it. Center of the ring, both fighters. Ooh, Russell, good job. Actually stayed on the outside and landed a straight left on Postol. Beat him at his own game there on the outside. Another straight left by Gary Antoine up close, or up top. Gary Antoine getting that left hand up top, like I said he wanted to earlier in the round. Gary Antoine taking a step back and actually walked Postol into a left-hand body shot. Solid last 30 seconds by Gary Antoine, maybe enough to get him the round in what was a close round throughout.
Good round.
Good round.
Saw some vintage
I'll give the edge to Gary Antoine though. Just more energy. Has an answer for when he gets hit, whereas Postol doesn't always have an answer for when he gets tagged. But 40-36, Gary Antoine. Boog, you got a 4-zip or 3-1? 3-1. Yeah, it was close. So got some people 3-1. I could see 3-1, but I could also see 4-zip. I think Gary Antoine is surprised that Postol is taking his punches rather well. He usually seeks and destroys. I see him seeking and destroying in this fight and trying to chop that body first. Gary Antoine realizing he has to chop that tree. I think he has been chopping that tree from round one. All right. All right. Round 5, we begin. Gary Antoine trying to stay on the inside. Looking to get to the body, get underneath the jab, and stab with his left hand, the southpaw left hand to the body. Looking to get underneath that long, accurate jab of Postol. Postol tonight maybe not quite as able to be as active as he would have been 4 or 5 years ago. Not able to pull the trigger quite as often, but then again, Crawford made him gun shy at a certain point of the fight. Double left hand through the center by Gary Antoine. Took something off of it. Gary Antoine, Russell getting Postol along the ropes, fires a right hook, Postol clinching. Good right uppercuts by Victor Postol as Gary Antoine tries to come in, but Gary Antoine sweeps a left hand on the inside. Good left hand up top. Postol spins out, gets to the center of the ring. Looking to let his jab go. Fires a right hand, but misses. Good defense by Gary Antoine. But a jab lands for Postol. Good jab. Good right hand to the body by the Ukrainian. And a right hand up top for Postol. Some solid work here now in round 5. Gary Antoine staying outside with Postol. Not swarming him in the last minute, having to take a little bit of a breather. Postol steps to his left and sweeps a right hand to the body. Nice shot. Gary Antoine waving him on, looking a little tired here is Gary Antoine. You know he'll get that second win. He's at the stage of the fight where that first reserve tank starts to... Good finish to the 5th round, though. Gary Antoine getting inside with both hands. Solid finish to the 5th for Gary Antoine. But I think tactically, Postol had the edge in that round. Give the edge to Postol in the 5th. I said he got... So 48-47 or 49-46 sounds about right now in this fight. in favor of Gary Antoine Russell. But in the 4th and 5th round, you can see Postol settling in, landing some right hands to the body and to the head as Gary Antoine looked to came in. It will be a problem for Gary Antoine if his gas tank starts to go low because, well, it's always a problem if your gas tank goes low, but more than tactics, it was his energy and combinations, just being more active that was giving Postol problems early. So he'll need to be the more energetic fighter throughout. Mariah, come on, Gary's trying to tire you out. Yeah, he's being smart. Good left hand, though, by Gary Antoine to start this round up top. Round 6. Got Gary Antoine backing Postol up, forcing him along the ropes, keeping him on his bike. Looks like he has he's ready to be energetic again after taking a little bit of the foot off the gas in the 5th. Good right hook, left hand with Postol on the ropes, and then 2-piece to the body by Gary Antoine. Gary coming out with a purpose again in round 6 now after letting round 5 get away maybe perhaps a little bit. Left hand to the body by Gary Antoine. Postol double jab. Gary Antoine trying to shoot his straight left at long range through the center. Does it twice, gets his head off the line. Postol shoots a nice left hook to the body and a jab up top that knocks Gary Antoine, but Gary Antoine coming right back. Postol landing a 2-piece as Russell coming in, boring in. Russell gets underneath, lets a left hand go that almost landed on Postol. Straight left hand by Gary Antoine, and then a big right hook after it. Postol able to take something off of it, but 2 good shots. Postol pulling away, able to take some of the steam off of it, but those were 2 good shots by Gary Antoine. Good jab by Victor Postol, right on the money. Knocked the sweat off Gary Antoine's head. Nice 1-2 by Victor Postol. Postol circling out, getting a little bounce in his legs, looking for his offense now. Looking for his offense as Postol shoots a 1-2. Antoine gets underneath it. Nice left uppercut to the body by Gary Antoine. Good left hand by Gary Antoine Russell. Good lead left hand as he actually made Postol come forward and give up his height. Good right hook by Gary Antoine after missing the straight left. Gary Antoine showing some IQ here in the 6th, not just continuing to go straight in, trying to throw the lead left. Oh, left hook lands inside for Gary Antoine. Good shot, and he wins the 6th round. That was a good little middle rally by Postol in the middle of the round, but Gary Antoine adjusting a little bit, shooting a lead left hand instead of coming in with that double jab like he did earlier. Good little adjustment by Gary Antoine, wins in the 6th. And I got this one right now, 59-55 or 58-56 for Gary Antoine Russell. Postol let that one get away from him.
With that maybe last shot?
Yeah, he let it get away from him.
It's a little crafty, you know. I think some people thought Antoine was gonna blow through Postol.
Yes.
Because of youth and all the stuff in Postol's previous fight. But it's still pins and needles when you're watching it. Any second now, I feel like someone's gonna get hurt. And I don't know. It's a good fight.
Yeah, but Gary Antoine's definitely ahead. I would say, 4-2, maybe even 5-1. I know Steve Farhood has it 4-2 right now. I think. Yeah. Gary Antoine though, starting to get a little more accurate with his left hand up top now. Was landing it to the body to start the fight. Postol backing off, using those legs. Always had good legs, good foot movement. Just missed getting hit by a right hook by Gary Antoine, who's starting to shoot off a different assortment of shots now. Yeah. Straight left hand for Gary Antoine through the middle. Made sure to get his head off the line as he threw it. Straight left hand again for Gary Antoine Russell. Headbutt there. Ooh, right uppercut on the inside for Gary Antoine. Straight left for Gary Antoine. Good shot. Gary Antoine getting inside. Good body shot. Sweeps with the left hand up top. Having a solid round. Starting to get more and more accurate up top. He's taking his time in this fight. He started off taking what was there to the body. And those legs will slow down little by little if he can keep that up. But having a good left hand by Gary Antoine Russell. Figuring out the answers on the outside there instead of just having to continue to sell out on the inside. Good right hand for Postol, but steam starting to come out of the shot just a little bit. Good right hand for Postol. Good right hand again for Postol. Caught Russell coming in that time, but not as much on that right hand as there was in the third and fourth. Russell constantly getting underneath with his left hand to the body. Not constantly, but pretty decently consistent throughout the fight. Postol taking a step forward in the last 10. Jab gets in for Gary Russell, then a shoe shine to the body. That's a round for Gary Antoine Russell, just more active, the better fighter on the inside, better body work. And in the 7th round, in the first 2 minutes, not as much in that last minute, able to land that left hand up top now a number of times. Definitely won the 7th round on our card. 5-2 and maybe even 6-1. Really the 3rd and the 4th rounds were the close rounds that could have went to Postol. If you scored both of them, 3 and 4 for Postol, then you gave him 2, but I gave him only one of those, so his investment to the body paying dividends. Absolutely. He started with that shot. So I have this one 5-2 or 6-1. So either 69-64, 68-65 through 7. It was the 4th and the 5th, not the 3rd and the 4th. In terms of the 2 rounds that Postol might have won, the 4th and the 5th. Good jab to the body by Russell. Russell continuing, get low, get to the body. And coming in with no fear, no respect for the former champion. Jab to the body by Russell, 2 of them. Swelling around his right eye. That jab has puffed him up. Straight left to the body by Gary Antoine. Postol forced to cover up along the ropes. Postol, center of the ring where he wants it. Little bounce, looking to set up his offense, but Russell senses it and digs in a left hand to the body and then shoots a straight left up top. Right hook lands for Russell as Postol tried to get inside after getting hit with the straight left at distance. That was a good right hook by Gary Antoine Russell that knocked the sweat off Postol's head. Postol took it well and didn't see it coming, but he took it well. Straight left for Gary Antoine. As this fight has continued, he is beating Postol at his own game on the outside, not just on the inside. Straight left by Gary Antoine Russell. Started with that double jab and knocked Postol's head straight back with a left hand there. Gary Antoine now in firm control of this fight. Ooh, left hand for Gary Antoine. That double jab set it up. And then a right hook backing Postol up. Postol getting beat up a little bit this round now. Antoine, you could feel right hook for Gary Antoine Russell. You could start to feel from Russell now that if he can keep chipping away, he can maybe get this guy out of there. You can feel it from Gary Antoine that he wants to get him out of there. He is fighting to stop Victor Postol, not just fighting to win rounds. He's trying to break his man down from round one. He started with the body, did it the right way. Russell short with some straight shots. Postol back straight out, circles out, lands a jab, does Victor Postol, and then a right hand to the body. But as he steps in, eats a left hand from Gary Antoine, and then a right hook. Good sweeping left hand by Gary Antoine. Postol walks back to his corner, little something in his legs, definitely a round for Gary Antoine Russell. That was the most convincing round of the fight in round 8. I got this either 7-1 or 79-73 or 78-74 for Gary Antoine Russell. As this fight has gone on, he started off killing the body, started off working his way inside behind the double jab. Then 2 rounds ago starts landing the lead left hand. Now this round he was landing the right hook, started to land clean, and with the body work, the left hand up top, and now the right hook being incorporated that last round. It's all coming together for Gary Antoine Russell right now in a performance where he's blossoming in a step-up fight. Amarayo said that right hook is going to sleep Postol if he doesn't see it coming. He didn't see it coming, and it knocked the sweat off his head, and he took it well, but the couple times he got hit with it, he didn't see it coming. Round 9 now. Gary Antoine, firm control of this fight now. Question is, can he do it? Can he be the first guy to stop Victor Postol? I can feel it ringside. That's what he wants. Left uppercut to the body of Postol to get started in round 9 after a good left hand landed up top. Russell forcing Postol to use his lateral movement, get on his bike, shoots a jab to the body and a left hand up top that set it up to land. Right hook hurts Postol along the ropes. Oof. Vicious work on the inside from Gary Antoine. That is not where Postol wants to stay. Left uppercut for Gary Antoine Russell. Oh, straight left for Gary Antoine Russell, ripping these shots now. Ooh, left hand for Gary Antoine Russell. At long range, he's beating Postol at long range, mid-range, close range, everywhere now. Russell tried to time Postol at distance there. Now Russell trying to time Postol at what he does best. Straight left lands at distance. Good straight left hand by Gary Antoine Russell. Oh, straight left hand for Gary Antoine Russell with his back near the corner, and he threw a straight left on the money. Left uppercuts to the body now for Gary Antoine. Good jab for Victor Postol. Landed some shots, but younger, faster, hungrier kid is breaking through and giving it to this vet, Victor Postol. Good shoe shine to the body by Gary Antoine. He does that very well. Postol definitely fighting with pride tonight. His chin is held up well so far. Good jab by Postol. Postol looking for his offense. Almost walked into a straight left there. Good right uppercut by Gary Antoine. Good right hand by Postol, but eats a body shot as he does it. Postol still with the fight in him. Try to get his offense going in that last minute, but that was another round for the young Gary Antoine Russell. Either 88-83 or 89-82 on the official FightHype card. Outside of rounds 4 and 5, which were close rounds, it's definitely been Gary Antoine Russell all night. Will the main event be 10 rounds as well? No, it'll be 12. Oh, is this the 10-rounder? No. Oh, it is. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yeah, it sure is. Oh, wow. Yep. Sure is a 10-round. So this is it. This is the last round. I think 12 rounds would actually favor, obviously, give Gary Antoine more time to get a stoppage, but 10th and final round here. Big show of respect in the center of the ring from both guys. Gary Antoine has had a very good performance tonight. Very good. Good right hook, straight left from Gary Antoine. Good right hook from Gary Antoine. And I get the sense he's definitely going to empty the clip. He's going to do what he can to get this guy out of here. But Postol's just a little over 2 minutes away from making the distance in this fight. Iceman, Postol, circling, moving off to his right. Moving off to his right. Now he bounces, takes a step towards Gary Antoine. Gary Antoine tried to walk him into a left hand short with it. Good jab by Postol. Russell trying to time him coming in and explode. Short with his explosive combination. Gets a right uppercut in with Postol along the ropes. Gary Antoine begging for an inside fight here. Begging to exchange down the... And technically that is Postol's only chance to win. He needs a knockout, but he seems to know I'm not knocking this young kid out, and let me not get knocked out trying to do that in this final round. Postol trying to time him with a one shot, but not interested in staying in there and going for broke. Nice right hook by Gary Antoine after a shoe shine to the body. Postol reeling just a bit. Not on Queer Street, not hurt, but that right hook definitely picked his head up. And Postol just circling the ring, looking to get to that final bell. Does not want to risk getting knocked out here. He knows he's not going to knock out Gary Antoine with one big right hand, so. Gary Antoine getting it inside where he wants it. Postol exchange. Oh, big left uppercut and a right hook by Gary Antoine. Postol's hurt. Straight left with Postol in the court. Postol is hurt. And that's it. The ref stops it. The ref stops it, but a bullshit stoppage. Postol was definitely hurt and reeling, but with about a minute left in the fight, less than a minute in the fight, Postol clearly wanted to finish this fight with his pride and on his feet. He certainly did finish the fight on his feet. But technically, and as technical a technical knockout as you can get, technically, Gary Antoine Russell is the first person to stop Victor Postol. But, a little dubious at that. But what matters for Gary Antoine is he beat this man inside, and then as the fight progressed outside, he did show some adjustments. He showed the speed. He showed some punch and power in both hands. And what I really loved from Gary Antoine tonight was his mentality. He was a hungry young fighter tonight. Some guys, when they get this opportunity, they do just enough to win. he didn't stop trying to get him out of there until he did. So I give the I give the A minus to Gary Antoine Russell. He really did what he set out to do tonight, and a lot of class from him before and after the fight to Postol, who's going through so much. So just passed it with flying colors. His first big test did Gary Antoine Russell. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Big boy, where can I watch the fight? On Showtime Boxing, my friend. But there's another way to look at it, I suppose. Postol certainly, in the last 40 seconds, wasn't going to find a way to win that fight. Maybe the referee feeling, instead of the sentiment that with everything this guy's going through, he just wants to finish the fight on his feet, give him that service. Let him finish this fight the distance. He's never been stopped before. There's that line of thinking, and maybe there's the other line of thinking of he's been through so much, and now the punishment's really starting to rain upon. Let me get him out of here. Unfortunately, it may not have anything to do with either one, and it's let's get this A-side kid this knockout he needed and wanted, well, not needed, but wanted to say, I knocked out the guy Bud Crawford and Josh Taylor and them couldn't knock out. And Gary Antoine coming again. A big hug in the corner of Victor Postol from both fighters. Very classy stuff from Gary Antoine. He's been a class act throughout. You can see the swelling around his right eye from the jab of Postol, so he definitely had to get his hands dirty. It wasn't easy, but it was dominant. Congrats to Gary Antoine Russell. I think tonight, along with Brandon Lee, definitely solidifying himself as the top young gun at 140. Let's see what the young man has to say. Hey, man, good work in here. Nicaragua, good job. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Nicaragua. Shout out to Alexis Arguello and, of course, Ricardo Mayorga and Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. We'll be live in San Diego for his fight next week, ringside. So tune in for that Chocolatito Martinez fight. Much love, Ricardo, though, from Nicaragua. Appreciate you, brother. Gary Antoine is glad. I agree, Maker. He is. I agree. And a different cat, too. A different cat, too. Not a cat that looks like he's a follower. Absolutely. Gary Antoine saying ringside, it speaks for itself what I did. And it does. You're the only guy to stop Victor Postol. So if there was any question about is this guy legit as the next something at 140, answer that tonight, yeah. Victor Postol now exiting the ring. Back to his dressing room, and I think a lot of our hearts are with him. Always been a classy fighter, top 140-pounder, and what he's going through. Bro, who scored the first round, please? Gary Antoine won that round. Got some from the Gary Antoine just took what was there early. He didn't try to reach in so he can get countered and tagged by Postol. He didn't play into that. He chopped the tree down. He started to the body, and then in the middle round started to bring the attack up top. It got more and more accurate as the fight progressed, and then gets the stoppage. Roman is going to take care. You'll see. Yeah, I mean, I give the edge to Roman and Gonzalez, but I don't know, brother. Your guy's in a tough one on next Saturday, man. Martinez is younger, and he's got the speed advantage. He has faster hands than Gonzalez these days. But he does taper off a little bit in the second half of the fight, does Martinez, and a little predictable. I love his combinations. He's one of the best combination punchers in boxing, but a lot of it is coming here. And Chocolatito has a beautiful straight right through the center that he throws to the body and to the head. And so I'm thinking as the fight progresses and Martinez is Roman can just shoot that through the center. But if Martinez could take his best and not fade, that's going to be a fight of the year candidate, and Martinez could pull it off because of his youth and his hand speed. We'll see. The way Taylor fought tonight, Russell might take him. Yeah, indeed. However, Josh actually likes the guy coming to him, as we saw tonight. When he had to fight on the front foot and cut the ring off against a boxer, and even though he's tall, he didn't actually use it. And we saw with Prograis and Ramirez and Baranchek, this guy's better when you come to him. And that if Gary Antoine fights like he did tonight, swarming, that should give Josh Taylor the opportunities to do what he does best. That doesn't mean I picked Josh to win. I wouldn't really give a pick on that fight right now. It's not going to happen anyway. But, yeah, I mean, to Josh's credit, I thought he lost tonight, but he had an off night, and he is better off fighting guys coming to him. Like Ramirez, he walked him into that straight left that dropped him. But we saw today, not as easy, despite being tall and all that. It wasn't easy for him to cut the distance and go after a guy. Yeah, I didn't think that stoppage was, yeah. Oh. Shout out to my man Paul Nesby. I appreciate you, brother. That German fight was a war. It was a war, T. Ramos. It was a war. It was a war. It was a war. I think something that took away from it just a bit, though, was that neither guy ever got hurt. And Cajas, maybe a little weary at times, getting busted up, but more so just from the overwhelming accumulation of shots. I don't think any shot in particular ever had him really hurt, and the same with Martinez. So despite both guys throwing, what was it, over 2,000 punches and hitting each other with their best, nobody actually got hurt in that fight. Josh struggles with southpaws, says Teofimo. Solid point made, because once he has to face another southpaw, he has to have a jab again. But when he fights these orthodox fighters and he cups them with the right, he checks them with the right hook, he walks them into the straight left, he walks them into the uppercut. But once he's fighting a fellow southpaw guy, because a lot of time the jab gets neutralized, southpaw versus orthodox guy. But when it's two orthodox or two southpaws, you need that jab. And you saw today, he just kept throwing that pawing jab, and he wasn't comfortable cutting off the ring, and he wasn't comfortable throwing an authoritative jab. And because he wasn't committing to, because he wasn't able to get it going with that jab, Catterall took it away from him early. In the first 30 seconds, he threw a left hand over the top of that little pawing jab that Josh kept trying to blind Catterall's vision with. So, as fighters continue to face different styles, and you can start to see things they do well and don't do well. And apparently for Taylor, doesn't have the most authoritative jab when he needs it against a fellow southpaw. He's got that blinding touch, double jab to set something else up or walk you into something. Ryan versus Shakur. Shakur's skill level and his development lefty has just been on a different level. When you fight only once a year like Ryan, it's just hard to get that development in. And admittedly, he hasn't always been in the gym. Shakur's a gym rat and is getting better and better each fight. Ryan definitely looked better against Luke Campbell, but that was 13 months ago. Now we don't know what he's going to look like under Joe Goosen. Is the defense going to take a step back? We'll see. After that performance, I don't think Crawford will fight Taylor. Maybe Tank will fight Taylor. That's not happening, T. Ramos. When managers, promoters, they're with two different sides. Crawford and Taylor, on the other hand, are both with MTK, it would seem. So that fight could happen. Top 3 best jabs in boxing. Good question, brother. David Benavidez has a great. I was about to say Gennady Golovkin, but he's past it. Benavidez has a great jab. Errol Spence has a great jab. Deontay Wilder has a great, or excuse me, Tyson Fury has a great jab. Tyson Fury has the best feint on his jab in boxing. That he has the best. See, I almost dropped my headset trying to do the Tyson Fury jab. Hold on. Yeah, he got the best feint on the jab. So let me see here. Who do we? Jamal Charlo has a really authoritative, heavy left jab. Yeah, Charlo, Benavidez, Fury has a good jab. Shakur has a really good jab out of the southpaw stance. Devin Haney has a great jab. Devin Haney has a great jab. Who else? Jermell, too, at times has a good jab. Jamal usually has had the better jab between the two of them. Yeah, I think I've named a lot of the guys. Usyk doesn't have that traditional jab, but he's so effective at using his jab to blind you, to get to the side, to set it up, to pelt you with it. It's not that Ike Cuarte or De La Hoya shotgun jab, or David Benavidez, Jamal Charlo shotgun jab, but it's super effective. Lil B-Hop got a good jab. Crawford has a great jab. Crawford is one of the best jabbers I've ever seen when it comes to southpaw versus orthodox. He really knows how, and Winky Wright did too, he really knows how to jab over the top of your lead hand. A lot of guys give up on the jab when the southpaw and the orthodox are fencing, and both guys start to just try to land with their backhand, with their power hand, and set up other shots. But Crawford can get his jab going even if you are an orthodox. Bivol has a good jab. Virgil Ortiz has a great jab. You are correct. Adam Yabanez, you are correct. Virgil Ortiz has a great jab. Porter had a good jab before he retired. Canelo versus Bivol thoughts. I just think I think the body attack's going to be a problem for Bivol. A lot of fighters from the Russian, Eastern European, former Soviet Union school of boxing are taught to fight hands up high and really good at distance. Like you saw Victor Postol just fight. I actually do think Bivol has a left hook, though. But ultimately, he's from that school. And they don't teach body punching in that school of boxing too often, and inside fighting. And I think that's where Canelo could really eat him up. But Bivol is strong and very fundamentally and technically sound. He's got a really good jab. He has good feet. And even though people have been talking about the performance that haven't been that exciting lately, he can punch. He's a strong Russian fighter, a legit 6 feet tall. I wanted to see Benavidez and Charlo, those two fights, the PBC deal, because the Charlo fight's a big event in Texas, and then Benavidez-Canelo's the best war to be made in boxing. But Bivol's a more than a credible opponent. It's a good fight. I expect Canelo to win because he's the best fighter in the world, pound for pound. The only guy I would maybe pick against Canelo is David. But, I understand caliber of opposition, experience. There's question marks there. But the eye test tells me Benavidez-Canelo might be the best fight in boxing. David gets better as the fight goes on. Terrific combination puncher. Punches very hard in both hands. Great body puncher. That fight is two nuclear warheads going at each other, man. David's the one guy. Better BF2, but better BF is slow. David's the one guy that can really tell Canelo, all right, you want to go? You want to go in the center of the ring? You got Moab bombs. I got nuclear bombs too. Let's do it. Everybody else has to fight a more cerebral fight against Canelo. David's the guy that can really say, I have the speed and the work rate and the power to say, let's go, and the size, What's up, brother? Hey. Crawford is an all-time great that fought in an over-politicized era. I think it'll hurt his legacy. I think it's hurting everybody's legacy when you compare him to the yesteryear fighters, because the way the sport has shaken out a little bit. Tough to get the biggest fights. But I'll say this for Crawford. Definitely a Hall of Famer, no question. I think he's one of the greatest 140-pounders to have ever fought in boxing history. I put him on there. Here's the 5 guys at 140. Aaron Pryor, Floyd Mayweather, Costa Zoo, Manny Pacquiao, and Terrence Crawford. That's who I would say are the. And I know Taylor became undisputed. I wouldn't put him in their class, and that was before tonight. I'll say it again. The 5 best 140-pounders ever seen. Oh, you know what? Excuse me. I'm going to have to make this list 6 because of a guy named Oscar De La Hoya. When he beat Chavez, De La Hoya was incredible at 140. So De La Hoya, Mayweather, Pacquiao, Aaron Pryor, Costa Zoo, Terrence Crawford. That's the elite of the elite at 140. And as far as I'm concerned, that's very high praise for Terrence Crawford to put him neck and neck with some of the guys I just said at 140. Canelo needs an opponent with a good jab and power to back him off, says TT. That describes exactly David Benavidez. David Benavidez has a great jab, and he throws it to the body and the head like a sledgehammer, kind of like Golovkin did in his prime over and over again every round, except he's bigger, faster, and throws better combinations than Golovkin did. That's probably why Reynoso isn't dying to make that fight anytime soon with David Benavidez. David gonna have to find something, kind of have to accomplish something to maybe bring him to the table. But here comes Chris Colbert now. Hector Luis Garcia already in the ring. Chris Colbert with a puzzle pieces, colorful puzzle pieces on his robe, decked out, red, green, yellow, blue, on his shoes, on his robe, flashy, from Brooklyn. Got a little bit of fur on the robe. This kid has not been lacking confidence all week. He's been brash, been a little arrogant, he's been a little cocky. In other words, he's from Brooklyn. And that brings people to the ring. Dope colored gloves, Everlast gloves from Chris Colbert. If you're tuning in, these are a pair of gloves you've never seen before in terms of the look of them. They're Everlast, but definitely a dope look by Chris Colbert. Lord ain't got nothing. Let's see. Sean, thoughts on a possible Charlo versus Crawford since Gaston? I would love that fight. Jermell Charlo and Terrence Crawford. Man, that'd be amazing. Not going to happen probably, unfortunately. That'd be a great fight. Great fight. Yeah. Jermell is a big 154, and Terrence started at 135. I don't think anyone would question Terrence's ability over Jermell, who's a good, terrific fighter, but Terrence is pound for pound better. No one would argue that. But starting at 35 against a big, strong, explosive, hard punch at 54, it's a big ask for and Jermell's younger than him. I would love that fight. I would love that fight. In some ways, that fight would prove more than beating Errol Spence. Moving up and beating Jermell Charlo would, and you could argue, would be even more impressive than fighting Errol Spence. All right, lights dimmed out. Jimmy Lennon is ready to put the lights out on us and tell us it's showtime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome you to the Chelsea inside the Cosmopolitan Las Vegas. Yes. All right. Sit back, hear these ring intros. Of course, Dominican Republic flag in the corner of Hector Luis Garcia. Actually got trained by Ismael Salas's team. Salas not able to make it here. He was with Robesi Ramirez over in Scotland for the co-main of Taylor Catterall, but his team that runs the Salas gym here in Las Vegas in the corner of Hector Luis Garcia tonight. So a big opportunity for the Salas camp. These young trainers who are hanging around the mentor, getting the knowledge. Here's a chance, huge chance, if they could pull off an upset to make a name for themselves and make the OG, make the boss happy when he gets home from Scotland. Brett Clausen, can Garcia win? Brett, none of us really, including Chris Colbert, when we ask him, have any idea about this guy from the Dominican Republic. We just know he's 14-0 with 10 knockouts. He's a wild card. We don't really know much of what to expect. I saw him train in the gym with Salas. There was no type of speed or anything to jump out that makes you think his talent's on the level of Chris Colbert, but there's plenty of times the more talented fighter loses, so we'll see. Weight class, David Kratt, this is 130. This is the weight class where Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez are the top 2 fighters in the division. All right. What you get, brother?
Just some Antoine walking, talking.
Oh, you got Gary Antoine?
Just a little bit.
Nice. Well, look out for that on FightHype. Ron Goodall, my man, got us some Gary Antoine Russell after Gary Antoine was the first man to stop Victor Postol, so look on the lookout for that on FightHype. But as for keeping it live, Jacod Fears, where's the gang, Sean, for the Port Away? Sean, Carson, and Ant and them are singing on the opposite side of me, ringside. They are in the building. Betting my money on Colbert, says this Tony. Well, how much are you going to win back, brother? What were the odds exactly? How much? I imagine you had to bet a lot of money to actually win something back with the odds. All right, here we go. All right, Chris Colbert from Brooklyn. In terms of boxers go, it's really fun to watch because not just skilled and slick, but fast hands, will let those hands go. Not just looking to pop shot, he'll let those hands go. And just a little flair and flashiness to a lot of what he does in the ring, Chris Colbert. Is the stadium full? No, it's not. Definitely not empty either. I've heard he's tricky and can really fight. He can fight, Brett. Check him out right now. Round 1, here we go. Chris Colbert up against the southpaw, Hector Luis Garcia. A fighter, reputed to have some strength, some power from the Dominican Republic, but really just unknown here stateside. Got this opportunity as a late replacement. Let's see what he can do. But Chris Colbert known for some blazing hand speed. Double jab, right hand by Chris Colbert. Speed is apparent immediately when he lets his hands go. Oof. Fast straight right hand by Colbert, but Garcia tries to make him pay on the inside after he falls in with that right hand a little bit. Colbert short with the jab. Keeping that left hand low. Down at the waist is Colbert. Now he switches southpaw, Chris Colbert, already in round 1. Garcia able to get off. Good double jab by Garcia. Lands. Now that Colbert's a southpaw. Garcia composed in round 1. Good jab to the body by Hector Luis Garcia. Hector Luis Garcia trying to time the left hand on the southpaw. Now Chris Colbert just off with it. Now Colbert switches back to orthodox. Garcia with a sweeping left hand as after Colbert shot off his right hand. Garcia not intimidated in there. Good left to the body. 2 out of the southpaw stance for Garcia. Nice jab by Chris Colbert. Colbert fighting orthodox. He's already switched a couple times in this fight. Garcia, left to the body. Good left to the body by Garcia. Trying to get it underneath the elbow. Jab for Hector Luis Garcia. Might actually be winning this first round. Straight left hand by Hector Garcia, and he is winning the round right now. Colbert, fast hands, but not finding the mark. Tries to respond. Garcia staying on top of Colbert. Not taking a step back right now. Ooh, nice slip. Nice slip by Hector Garcia and gets a right hook to the body after a nice duck under and a step off to the side by Hector Luis Garcia. Nice left hand by Hector Luis Garcia. And Colbert with a little grin on his face knows that this guy isn't easy peasy in round one. He actually looks like he's lost this first round as Chris Colbert. Solid first round for Hector Luis Garcia. I'll give him that round. Colbert, fast hands, but not able to find the mark with anything. Switched orthodox, southpaw, southpaw, orthodox. But Hector Luis Garcia, timing beating speed in round one. Did you score that for Garcia? Oh, yeah.
No worries, all good. I wish I was able.
You score that round, Book? Garcia. Yeah. Already had Chris switching. I love ringside. You could look in their eyes. That's the best. That's the best. You can get a little something extra. Oh, then, you know. So 10-9. My God, the underdogs, except for Gary Antoine Russell, they just continue to jump out to a one to the first round lead. All right, round two. Chris Colbert talked a lot of ish. Very talented guy. Let's see if he gets it going now in round two. Ooh, Colbert letting the speed go a little bit, opening up with Garcia, but Garcia banging in there with him. Good exchange from both fighters. The power clearly with Garcia, though, when both guys landed. Colbert now, hands up high, southpaw stance, stepping to Garcia. Garcia gets out of the way of the jab, shoots a nice body shot. Good little right uppercut by Garcia on the inside here. Not a lot on it, but got it in. Good inside work by Colbert. Colbert digs in a right hand to the body. Got in a little left hand up top. Colbert with a left hand as he backs Garcia against Rose. Right hook for Colbert inside. Colbert really keeping that guard high this round and stepping to Garcia now. Good body shot by Garcia. Good right hook to the body, Garcia. Colbert coming back with a left hand on the inside. Garcia clubbing his right hook a little bit around the guard of Colbert as he keeps his hands up inside. Another right hook, left hand for Hector Luis Garcia. Right hook, clubbing Colbert, who may be trying to bang a little too early here. Might want it. Just because he lost the first round doesn't mean he had to get away from boxing and using his speed. He's already decided to put his hands up and stay on the inside. Again, this could be a little too early from Colbert. A little overreact. Good right hook for Hector Luis Garcia. Colbert trying to return fire. Nice two punch combination with fast hands by Chris Colbert on the inside. But with all his speed, does he want to just stay on the inside and bang already in round two? Good straight left hand to the body. Good left hook by Chris Colbert. Then he pulls his chin back and lands a straight right hand in the inside. Good shot by Chris Colbert. Ooh, good right hand to the body and a left hook by Chris Colbert. Good right hand to the body by Colbert. Staying in there. Heads up this round. Colbert fast hands on the inside. Good round two. Good finish by Chris Colbert. Catching him with a right hand, left hook on the inside. Colbert may have done enough there. Close second round. Colbert, decent finish down the stretch, but midway through he was getting hit with some clubbing right hooks. But I'll give that round to Colbert, able to finish a little strong. Had a solid final minute to the round, did Chris Colbert, so 19-19. Yep. What's that?
You in the meeting or the resort?
Meeting.
Okay.
Do you need the password? No?
No, I got
Okay. So, yes, 1-1. Colbert not using his footwork, says Al Rogan, just figuring this guy out. Let's see. Where's with my dogs in the nighttime? All right, round 3 coming up. We got it 19-19, all even on the FightHype card. Colbert looking to separate himself more than this. Doesn't want this fight to be this close throughout. And there, oh, sharp jab by a right hand and then a left hook by Chris Colbert to start round 3. Very sharp, fast hands to start round 3. Landed clean against Hector Luis Garcia. Opens up again with the fast hands. Gets in the straight right hand. Again, I can't stress, this kid has definitely got fast hands, does Chris Colbert. Garcia getting Colbert in the ropes. Colbert tried to fire a double jab with a straight right hand behind it. Colbert on the ropes. Garcia throws a 1-2. Colbert catching it on the gloves. Colbert staying in the corner now. Taking some shots in the corner, but he's blocking them with the gloves. Garcia that time, though, able to get in a nice left hand to the body. Colbert, though, waving him back in. Just laying on the ropes is Chris Colbert. Not using his feet here. Smiling, just laying on the ropes. Now Garcia gets in some body work. Body shots did get in. Colbert blocking a lot up top, but Garcia in the good inside work there by Colbert. Right uppercut, left hook. But getting outworked a little bit. Still winning this round because of that beautiful start to it early on. Colbert stepping forward, leaving his left hand out there. But Garcia fighting him off as he does that. Goes to the body. Colbert, solid defense up top. Good check left hook by Chris Colbert. And then a right hand to the body and a left hook by Chris Colbert. Now a right uppercut. Fast hands, not a puncher for sure, but fast hands. Straight right hand with Garcia coming in. Good work by Chris Colbert here in round 3 now. Colbert just off with a sharp counter right uppercut. Oh, that time he throws the right uppercut to the body and got it right in. And a straight right hand for Chris Colbert. Even though he's not a puncher by any means, Chris Colbert, he throws the shots with bad intentions. He does throw the shot with bad intentions. He just doesn't have heavy hands. He's got fast hands. Good round for Chris Colbert here. Oh, just as I say that, big left hand by Hector Luis Garcia. Big left hand by Hector Luis Garcia. Colbert returned fire and landed a right hand. And a nice combination at the bell by Colbert. Best punch of the round, definitely that left hand by Hector Luis Garcia with about 10 seconds left, but not enough to take the round from Colbert, who was pretty consistent throughout. Fast hands, landed a couple of good combinations on the inside. Dug in a couple of good body shots. But got this one 2-1 for Chris Colbert, although I scored that round for Colbert, but definitely the best single shot of that round was that left hand by Hector Luis Garcia in the last 10 minutes. Thanks for joining us, as always, everybody. After this, we will go live with an interview with Chris Colbert. Once they bring us to him, we'll see what else is going on. My man Ron Goodall been holding it down, getting us so much content while I'm doing this ringside. He's been getting Gary Antoine when his fight was over, Marcos Maidana. Round 4 now. Round 4. Chris Colbert ahead 29-28 on the FightHype card, but hasn't blown anyone away yet, and he's been hit a number of times by Hector Luis Garcia, who does have the heavier hands tonight. Oh, but a big miss with the left hand, and Colbert makes him pay with a straight right hand. So fast is Colbert. Colbert backing away, back near the ropes. Nice check left hook just before his back touched the ropes there by Chris Colbert. Garcia trying to get around with that right hook. Got to the body with it, but Colbert blocking it up top. Now Colbert turns him around on the ropes. Gets to his body. Good right hook by Hector Luis Garcia. Not getting in clean, but getting a little bit in on the side of the head here. But Colbert's starting to land the cleaner shots. Good body work by Colbert on the inside. And not afraid to exchange with the bigger puncher. Colbert far from on his bike. Good right hook by Garcia, though. And these shots aren't landing clean a lot of the time. Colbert keeping his hands up, but they're getting in a little bit there. And now Colbert in the corner, taking some good body shots by Hector Luis Garcia. Good left uppercut does get in through the guard for Hector Luis Garcia. Colbert, some of his tactics questionable, maybe letting this round get away from him. Yeah, clubbing right hooks. Colbert forced in the corner for the last 30, 40 seconds now. Combinations by Hector Luis Garcia, some of them getting through the guard. Colbert now letting the fourth get away from him. Garcia on the verge of tying this thing back up at 2 rounds apiece. As Colbert just staying in the corner for almost a minute long, letting Garcia essentially tee off. They exchange bombs in the center of the ring, but Garcia landed his left hand. Colbert trying to shoot a couple of right hands, but not accurate with it. Oh, big left hand for Hector. Well, Colbert, with his head moving back at the time, hit with a left hand as he moves straight back. That sends him into the ropes now. Right hook to the body by Hector Luis Garcia. Colbert coming back to the body, but Garcia with heavier hands on the inside. Double right hook for Garcia. Straight left hand. Colbert comes back with a right hook, but getting outworked and outpunched in the inside. This turned into a round for Hector Luis Garcia after a decent start to the first minute for Chris Colbert. 2 rounds apiece. That definitely turned into Hector Luis Garcia's round. About midway through, Colbert decided to stay in the corner, keep his hands up, and just all that let Hector do is get off. And got outworked, got beat up on the inside, laying on the ropes too much that round did Chris Colbert. 2 rounds to 2. Victor Requero, shout out, my brother. Victor Requero, got you, brother. What round, Jeremy? We're heading into the 5th. It's 2 rounds apiece. Garcia able to win round 1, able to win round 4, and Colbert winning rounds 2 and 3. But not impressive, really, so far tonight. Whereas Garcia, better timing sometimes and heavier hands, fighting a very composed fight is Garcia. Colbert a little more unsure of his tactics and what he wants to do in there. Doesn't know when if he wants to box or bang with this guy. I get the sense he should try to find the adjustments in there and box a little bit more, but sometimes when a guy starts touching you up, a fighter reacts by just fighting. Good straight right hand by Chris Colbert. Nice touch jab to set up a straight right hand down the middle. Thing of beauty. Good straight right hand by Chris Colbert. Threw a left hook before it, and it set it up down the pipe for the right hand. Colbert, good start to this 6th round. It's his 5th round, excuse me, as we're knotted up at 2 apiece. Colbert just off the mark with a couple counters, forced into the corner by Hector Luis, but Hector Luis not getting in the work either. Colbert clinches him, ref breaks him apart, center ring now where the speed should advantage Colbert. But he is getting to the ropes too often. In the corner now is Colbert, but he spins off of there. Back in the center of the ring. Colbert staying in the orthodox stance right now, not switching southpaw. Hector Luis staying on top, applying pressure, gets Colbert to the corner now, but Colbert landing a right hand and gets out of there. Colbert skating his back off the ropes in the center of the ring now. Nice double jab and a right hand off the ropes by Chris Colbert. Spins around Hector Luis to get back in the center of the ring. Colbert having a solid round, definitely winning it. Halfway through the 5th. Garcia not finding the range this round. Colbert speed and countering, giving him an advantage in the 5th. Good right uppercut by Colbert as Garcia came in. A little bit of frustration on Garcia in this round. Good jab by Garcia. And then a left uppercut, right, clubbing shots. Shots not getting in clean, but getting in a little bit through the guard. Colbert along the ropes. Right hook to the body, right hook up top for Garcia, but he took a little something off those shots. Now he lets go of the 1-2s with Colbert on the ropes, but Colbert not getting hit clean. Good right uppercut to the body by Colbert, but now he getting 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, just piling up some shots there for Hector Garcia, but Colbert doing a good job keeping his hands up, blocking it. 10 seconds left. This feels like a Colbert round. Garcia has some decent work throughout, but the cleaner shots in round 5 for Chris Colbert. But they're partying in Hector Luis Garcia corner. They're feeling great about it. They're feeling like they're outworking this guy and making him fight their fight, making him bang more than he really wants to. That's how they're feeling. I actually gave that round to Chris Colbert, but it was a competitive round to be sure, so I got it 3-2 Chris Colbert. Much love to India, baby. Thank you. Pravin Modi, thank you, brother. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so 3-2, Andreas. 3-2. Yeah, for heck, yeah. Actually, gave that last round to Chris based off the clean work he got in the first half, but I easily could have seen that round for Garcia, easily. So 3-2 either way. 3-2 either way. Yeah, D's nuts. I don't know if Colbert won that round. I don't know necessarily either. I scored it for him, but that was a swing round. But Garcia is off to a good start in round 6 here, staying on top of Colbert. Garcia's crowd is really coming alive ringside. And chanting. Colbert off the back foot. Checks Garcia with a little bit left hand. Garcia staying on top of him. Colbert near the corner now, trying to set something up. Looping left hand lands for Garcia, and he brings a right hand behind it. Good little sequence for Hector Garcia. He's got the advantage in this round so far. Garcia now hands at his waist, almost mocking Colbert for a second there, like, come on. And then he gets Colbert in the corner and pounds away. Not clean work, but 4 or 5 shots. Clean right hook there by Hector Garcia, though. Garcia winning this round. Body work by Garcia. Colbert forced in the corner and taking a barrage of shots. Right hook for Hector Garcia. Not a good moment here for Chris Colbert. Colbert into the corner, taking shots. Garcia not putting that, sometimes taking something off the shots, letting 4 or 5 or 6 go. Just letting his hands move. Other times placing it to the body, but having a good 6th round, Chris Colbert. These tactics of just retreating into the corner and shelling up, just not... You get the sense with his speed and talent, there's other answers there for him, and he's not figuring them out. He's not finding them. Getting beat up in the corner right now by Hector Luis Garcia in the last minute of round 6. Garcia relentless with Colbert on the corner. Colbert waving him in, trying to smile, but he's not getting the better of this action right now. Garcia just walking him down. Colbert has been forced into this corner for much of the last couple rounds. Left uppercut for Garcia. Colbert fights off with a couple of right hands, but not a puncher. And Garcia really starting to gain control of this fight. Good. Colbert not doing anything this round practically. Spent 2/3, if not more, along the ropes or in the corner, allowing Garcia to essentially tee off. Big round for Hector Luis Garcia. So I got this thing either 3-3 or 4-2 for Hector Luis Garcia. I know a lot of you in the chat probably didn't agree with me scoring the 5th for Colbert. I thought his cleaner work in the first half of that round might have edged it to him. So I actually have it even. But if anyone's winning this fight, it's Hector Luis Garcia. Yeah.
Ask real quick.
Yeah.
Is it a style matchup or is he fighting the wrong style? Like is he fighting the wrong fight?
Chris isn't showing a great IQ tonight. With all his speed and his movement, there's other answers to be found outside of just laying along the ropes with your hands up. But he got hit in the first round, and sometimes fighters, they just react by staying on the inside and banging when they get hit or when they lose a round, you know, instead of being patient and continuing to box and finding the adjustments and the answers. He kind of just started slugging it with him in round 2, and that's this guy's fight. You're the speedy guy. You're the talented guy. Use those gifts, and he's not doing that tonight, and he's losing this fight on most people's card ringside. It might be a draw on my card so far. It might be 3 apiece, but most people didn't give him the 5th round I gave him, so... But I think just because you have fast hands and fast feet and some slickness doesn't mean you always use them, you know, make the right adjustments, and that's what he's not doing so far. So into round 7 now. Colbert, good double jab, straight right hand in the center of the ring. Colbert lands a counter right hand as Garcia, of course, staying on top of him. Colbert, decent start here to the 7th. Good left hand by Hector Luis Garcia. Landed on the chest, didn't land on the chin. Colbert along the ropes, covers up, right hook, left hand by Garcia. Colbert, center of the ring. Off with a right hand, didn't land it. Timing hasn't really been there for Chris Colbert tonight. Speed's there, but the timing's not there. Timing is there in comparison for Garcia. His timing has beaten the speed so far tonight. All right. Oh, down goes Chris Colbert. Colbert tried to come in with a right hand, and he ate a left hand, trying to open up, had his hands not near his chin, and down went Chris Colbert here in round 7. The upset is officially on now. Crowd loved that. Down went Colbert. Colbert up. Garcia with Colbert along the ropes, coming after him. Don't know if Colbert's ready to go, but he knows he's having a shitty night now. He knows this has been a shitty night now. And he is hurt. He is hurt, is Colbert. Legs are not there. That was a legit hard left hand knockdown by Hector Luis. Now, Colbert in the corner. This could be it. No, Colbert letting his hands go so Bayless doesn't stop it. Bayless was looking in there. Colbert just threw, just like Iquarte against De La Hoya, just enough so he wouldn't jump in and stop it. Bayless is looking at Colbert, though. 10 seconds left. It looks like he will make it out of the round. Oh, Garcia pouring it on with Colbert in the corner. He's going to make it out of this round, but I don't know if Chris Colbert can change this fight around. He's not a puncher. His stamina doesn't look that great. He hasn't made any adjustments tonight, and the timing hasn't been there, so he hasn't really been accurate most of the night. He is in trouble. That knockdown, if he wasn't in trouble yet, he's definitely in trouble now. Most people ringside have this fight 5-2 with the knockdown. I can see 4-3. I can see Colbert maybe having 3 rounds, but that's the most. He's definitely behind in the rounds and with the knockdown behind significantly in this fight. Colbert tried to reach in with his own right hand, hands down, and ate a left hand for his troubles. Great timing. Timing beating speed tonight for Hector Luis Garcia. He jumped into that one, said Al Rogan. Absolutely he did. All right, it has been the damn day of the upsets. Round 8. Chris Colbert, can he bite down? Can he find that Brooklyn grit? Even though he's not a puncher, can he start to put something together here? Because he is in big trouble and his legs don't look the best. And Garcia's confidence is just fine. He so far is quieting the brash Chris Colbert. Colbert on his toes, still trying to regain himself. I don't think he's still fully recovered from the knockdown. Left hand along the ropes. He's taking a beating along the ropes. Bayless might stop this thing. Kenny Bayless might stop this thing. He is taking punishment in the corner. Again, like Cuarte against De La Hoya, letting his hands go at times just so Kenny doesn't stop the fight. But the end is starting to feel near here, folks. Garcia might get him out of there. This is the 8th round, and Colbert not winning this round. Into the corner again as Colbert clinches to get out of there. Back in the center of the ring. Along the ropes, Garcia letting his hands go. Colbert forced to just clinch along the ropes, not getting anything done this round. Another round going Garcia's way right now. Right hooks, Colbert waving him in, left hand to the body, Colbert waving him in, but no offense from Chris Colbert. Just nothing. Oh, barrage of punches, inside punches. There's a 2-piece from Chris Colbert, but getting overwhelmed. The look on his face right now like, man. But Colbert trying to bite down, keep his hands up. Coming forward right here now. Garcia winning this 8th round. Able to get Colbert in this round a couple of times to the corners and pound on him like he's done much of the night. Right hook for Garcia, and then he turns him, spins him. Colbert trying to throw some right hands in the clinch with his free hand. 10 seconds left. He has lost this round. Oh, Colbert trying to explode in these last 10 seconds. Landing a couple right hands. Left hook on the inside, but that's not going to do it. That will not do it for Chris Colbert. That's another round for Hector Luis Garcia. Colbert needs a knockout, it would seem, with 4 rounds left in this fight. If not, a knockdown. Yeah, man. I know if this was Shakur Stevenson looking how... Oh, here's a tweet. If this was Shakur Stevenson looking how Colbert is right now, y'all would be giving him hell right now. Well, Ron, we would, because we hold him to a higher standard. Because Chris Colbert's not a world champion, and Shakur is an elite fighter.
This is Shakur's tweet.
Right, there's Shakur's tweets. No. Well, Shakur, don't feel bad about it. They would be doing you like that because of how excellent a fighter you are and the standard they hold you to, you know. But yeah, Shakur said that. Yeah.
I can't even zoom.
Hold up. Dang, we can't even get it on. Can't even do it. Can't even show it.
Put so with eyes. So.
This hurts as a Brooklyn guy a little bit for that Newark guy to get, you know. But Shakur, if you're watching, much love, brother. Shakur, can you just say you're from Brooklyn now since this thing with Chris ain't working out right now? Because we need somebody. Shakur, can you just say you're from Brooklyn? But here comes Chris Colbert now in round 9. Some solid body shots by Colbert here. Got a right hook in up top. Standing toe-to-toe with Hector Luis Garcia. Showing some dog in him is Chris Colbert. But not showing the adjustments and the timing. And not showing the defensive skills tonight. For much of the fight. He had a few rounds where his defense was solid, but for most of the night, it just hasn't been that good. Here we go. Colbert. Uh-oh, fights looks like it might start breaking out in the arena now. Even looks like Brian Custer might be in there, or I don't think so. But fights are breaking out. It's got Badu Jack's attention ringside as well. He's standing up. Anyways, back to the action here. I'll let you guys know if something happens. Not a lot of action from both fighters this round. Maybe Hector Luis Garcia knows he's got a lead, knows he's still got 3 rounds to fight after this round. Maybe, pacing himself this round a little bit. Doesn't need this round. But Colbert not taking advantage of it with anything really himself. Slowest round in a while here. Now Garcia getting off in the center of the ring. Crowd a little more into what happened ringside, whatever happened. Colbert in the ropes now, in the corner. Garcia banging away with his right hook. Colbert trying to muscle Garcia out his way out of the corner. Colbert going southpaw, sloppy with a left-hand attempt. Not able to land that. Not the accuracy, not there for Chris Colbert. The sense of distance and timing, not there for Chris Colbert tonight. Not sure. Right hand for Chris Colbert, but just got in through the center. Now the 2 roughhousing in the center of the ring. Good little right hand in the clinch by Colbert, but good. Colbert getting Garcia for a second. Rough in the clinch, but good right hand for Colbert. Good, decent round for Chris Colbert. Maybe the first round he's won in about 6 rounds. We'll give that round to Colbert, but right now this fight feels about 6-3, 7-2. Maybe even 5-4 for some of the judges. It could be as close as 5 rounds to 4 for Hector Luis Garcia. I don't really think any other scorecard. I think anything between 7 rounds to 2 to even 5-4 if you want to be real generous to Colbert. That sounds a little crazy now, but Garcia ahead of this fight, and Colbert is the guy who needs these last 3 rounds. Shakur about to get the same treatment? Nah, I don't think so. Although Valdez is a terrific fighter. Let's not count him out. Let's see. And people said Colbert could be Tank. Here we go. Round 10. I think Colbert might have done enough to pull out the 9th, maybe. Three rounds left. Garcia has got to finish strong. You are the B-side. You are the replacement. This was supposed to be Chris Colbert's show. He's going to have to win 1 or 2 of these last 3 to make sure the judges don't take it from him. Good left hook on the inside by Chris Colbert. Actually I think that got Garcia's attention just a little bit there. Garcia a little shook up, I think, by a left hook from Chris Colbert, but getting warned for the roughhousing on the inside. But that was the best shot of the night for Chris Colbert there. A headbutt forces Colbert to touch his eye a little bit and make Bayless give him a second to himself. Now they're back in on it. But Colbert did get in a good left hook early in this round that I do think got Hector Garcia's attention for the first time tonight. Colbert southpaw, staying in front of Garcia. Hands up high. Colbert blocking some of Garcia's shots. Slips underneath a right hook, but gets tagged by a left hand right after that. And now he's in the corner after that left hand. He's hurt, it looks like maybe. Garcia looping shots. Colbert getting away from him, but pinned in the corner. Colbert was having a little bit of a decent 10th until that left hand landed. Good right hook to the body by Hector Luis Garcia as Colbert tired along the ropes. And that too, the work rate from Colbert just hasn't been good tonight. He hasn't been active. He hasn't let his hands go too often. Oh, swarmed along the ropes is Colbert. Body shots, clubbing shots. Again, covering up so it's not getting in on the chin, but it's clubbing him around. Garcia now winning this round. Left uppercut, right hand. Colbert must be exhausted because he is just not letting his hands go. Forced to take combinations in the corner. Round totally getting away from him now. Little under a minute left in this 10th. Colbert losing this round. Got in a decent left hook early in the round. 10 seconds left, and he's just forced to retreat into the corner and take more barrage of shots. He is tired. Another round for Hector Garcia. That should put this one away. That round should put this one away to where even if Colbert wins the 11th and 12th without a knockdown, it's just no. What's going on, Andre? What's happening to this kid, man? We know he's got talent. Right. Right. No. None. Huh? He had 3 weeks, right. Well, what is Brooklyn going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We got this. I think Cashflow Diaz is originally from Brooklyn. We got Floyd Cashflow Diaz. All right, round 11. Here we go. I think Cashflow is originally from Brooklyn. I think we might be okay. Here comes Garcia coming in now, 11th round. Again, Colbert got to make something happen here. And he's in retreat to start the 11th. Seems to almost just want to make the distance in part. Just doesn't have the gas tank to exchange blow for blow with Garcia. You know, he's not a puncher who could just set this guy up for one shot and get him out of there. He's got to let his hands go every round to do what to be effective, and just hasn't been able to do that. Humbling experience so far for Colbert. But let's see. Maybe, let's see. On his bike. Garcia staying on top of him. Yet to be, neither guy getting anything going this round yet. But Garcia with the advantage because he's staying on top of him. Now he gets Colbert to the corner. Sweeps the left hand. Colbert able to block it, but then just forced to clinch. Can't reply with any offense back. Colbert just staying on his toes. And a nice left hand by Hector Luis Garcia. Kind of stepped off to his right and then let the left hand go down up the gut with an uppercut. I interviewed Hector Luis Garcia at Salish's gym before this fight once he got announced as a replacement. Didn't think I was talking to a guy that was going to upset Chris Colbert, but these fighters continue to show me and everybody to not count out fighters. Colbert, nothing getting done offensively, just on his bike. Seems to know what's happening here, that he has this fight lost and just not going to get stopped. It's been a real disappointing night for Chris Colbert. This was his chance to put his name up there with Crowd booing now as Colbert not trying to win this fight anymore. Colbert waves his hands up like, yeah, whatever. What do you want from me? What do you just want from me? I'm losing. But yeah, this is going to be another round for Hector Luis Garcia, who is mocking him in his retreat. Bangs away to the body. Colbert just takes it on the ropes. It's kind of on his Zab Judah right now, taking his ass beating like a man a little bit. Not really letting his hands go, but just kind of has that resigned look on his face like yeah, motherfucker, you got me. You know, whatever. Let me get to this 12th round, this final bell, get the fuck up out of here. You know, that's the Brooklyn accent to it. But another round for Garcia. This fight's turned into a blowout. 12th final round coming up. Thanks so much for tuning in with us tonight live, man. It's a lot of fun rocking with you guys. Colbert confused. He was early in this fight. Colbert, by round 2, overreacted to losing the first round. Felt like he had to just kind of just stay in there, and it was an overreaction, man. There's adjustments to be made, but once you decide to get into a fight, it gets hard to readjust and get back to boxing sometimes. Last round. No way Colbert wins this fight unless he gets a knockout. Let's see if he takes a couple swings at it. He is to start, but not accurate. Not accurate. He wings a couple of right, left sweeping shots, right hook, left hook, but not accurate. Good right hook by Garcia with Colbert on the ropes. Shot the 1-2 to set it up. Colbert skating off the ropes, on his bounce, moves right, moves left. Just trying to make it to this final bell, it would seem. Garcia being a pro, staying on top of him. If you're Garcia, still let your hands go, still put this round away. Crowd booing Colbert. Not endearing himself to this crowd, but Garcia has. But yeah, for Chris Colbert, this was his opportunity. This was his chance to put himself there with the Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia. Teofimo Lopez lost recently, but Teofimo Lopez to make it in that 25 and under VIP club. And he did not make the cut tonight whatsoever. He just didn't. I still think the kid has some of the fastest hands in the sport, but everything outside of that really wasn't there tonight. Colbert not doing anything, just skating by, movement, on his toes, moving left to right, right to left, not trying to win the round. He just wants to make it to the bell. And this is very Zab Judah-like. Yeah, very, yeah.
A minute left, and then he got to get a knockout.
He's on his Zab Judah right now. Yep. And so that's it. Worse. Way worse. Zab at least won 4 or 5 of the first 6 rounds in that fight. Oh, Zab banked some early rounds against Baldomir until the 7th when he got hurt, and then it just fell apart.
Zab always wins early rounds.
Yeah, you want
Mayweather, Cotto.
right. This is what Garcia has been the better man tonight, and he knows it. And down the stretch, he even enjoyed it. He started to drop his hands and mock Colbert. The big underdog with a big decisive win. Maybe won as much as 10 rounds tonight. Definitely won 8 of them. That's it. That's all. Chris Colbert takes the L. Thanks for rocking with us, man. I think all that's left to do now is get some reactions and talk to the fighters and see what everybody in the boxing game thought. Stay tuned. Stay tuned with us right here on FightHype. Or you know what? Let's wait. Let me wait. Maybe I should at least wait for the official decision, even though I feel it's safe to say Chris Colbert has won or lost this fight. Who's there? Oh, my boy got him. My boy got him. Thank you, Skip. All right, folks, don't mind me. I'm just getting ready to get y'all these post-fight interviews. I got to get that set up ready, but I'm going to keep it locked in here until we get this, what should be very, 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 very obvious verdict for Hector Luis Garcia. 118-112 to 116, or 118-110 to 116-112 probably sounds about right. All right. Man, you guys are the shit for tuning in with me. I really love this. Really love rocking with everybody in the chat. For those of you who stayed with us all night, you guys are awesome. It really is appreciated. But let's get to... Oh, excuse me. Hello. Into the city. All right, we're just waiting for a verdict here. Chris Colbert just trying to take his loss like a man, coming over to the corner of Garcia, giving his props. No humbling experience, but just trying to take his loss like a man right now is Chris Colbert. Very disappointed in himself, I'm sure. He probably feels like, what the F just happened? What, you know? But back to the drawing board for the youngster with... Yes. Just waiting for this verdict now, folks. Shit. All right, here we go. Unanimous decision. There's no way they're going to rob Garcia on this one, guys. 118, 110. Oh, 109. Oh, the knockdown. Right, the knockdown. 118, 108. Damn. Dominant, lopsided Hector Garcia. Thanks, everyone, for keeping it locked in. Let's get some interviews. Let's get some post-fight content. Appreciate you, Andreas. Hope that wasn't too... No, guys, I'm tight here. Okay.
Robbery. They always rob Brooklyn.
Dug himself a big hole, man. That's like the biggest difference between these young fighters and Shakur. Shakur don't give a lot of these guys nothing.
Right.
You'll never see him sit on the rope.
Right. I feel like he overreacted to round one.
Yeah.
Take your time, bro. Find the answers. Find
figured this is fine. What's up, Brian? What's up, brother? Congrats, man. Or was it your brother?
No, it's him.
Yeah, congrats, man. I heard you
you.
dropped him in the second round, got him out of there in third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. You know what? Mind if I just for a minute?
Yeah.
My man Angel Barrientos, of course, with his father Richard. Man, how you feeling after a third round TKO tonight, man?
I feel good. I've been working really hard, and all this work is putting off in the ring. So tonight we went there and went against a guy that hasn't been stopped yet, and we got him out of there in 3 rounds.
What'd you like about it, Pops?
Just the composure, you know, every time he gets in the ring, he's getting more comfortable. You know, just going to get better and better.
Quickly, man, what'd you guys think of the main event tonight? Chris Colbert.
Oh, yeah. This is my stablemate right here, Garcia. So we've been running Mount Charleston together leading up to this fight. So I'm really happy he won. And although I've seen all the work he put in, and I'm happy that he won.
Any part of you a little surprised? I mean, he was a big underdog.
Yeah. I mean, he's my stablemate. Of course, I wanted him to win, but I know he was going up against a tough opponent, and I feel like Colbert underestimated him, and that's where Garcia took over.
Hey, congrats on your win tonight, man.
Thank you.
Guys. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you, brother.
My man. Do me a favor. How you doing? Good.
Because they're not going to let us.
Yeah, almost done. Got it. Almost done. And we're gonna do Gary Antoine here, unless you already got him.
No, cool.
We're gonna bring him here. Okay. And then we're gonna bring Fernando Martinez too. What a great story, right? So we'll try to get him up too.
Thanks, Chris.
And then same with whoever we can get out of these two. Did you see where Gary Antoine went? Oh, his dad's here.
Ron's getting there.
Oh, okay.
Brooklyn, man. We need Mike Tyson to walk through that door. So Brooklyn, we need someone. It all falls on Cash Flow Diaz. He's got to come through. Yeah, sure. I pulled up to the gym to see. So I'm not. Man, I'm really almost done with the rest of the fights now. I'm just almost done. I like it. He's at home, like, don't shout me out. Don't shout me out after that. So you got it. Yeah. Okay. What's up, Ray? How you doing?
Crazy,
brother?
huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent fight.
It's a crazy day of upsets, man. Yeah, oh yeah.
Do we need
What's up, Martin? Yeah.
Sorry. Lights are in the back.
Bob, congrats, brother.
Hey, thank these guys.
Yeah.
Fernando, thank
This is team style.
day.
How does it feel that Ismail wasn't able to be there, and you guys are trusted to get the job done, and you got it done?
Yeah, we're a team, man. So we work together. The coach works with us in ways that, so when he's not here, we know exactly what we need to do, and that's what we did. He wasn't here, but he was still instrumental in the game plan today. So it's all hats off to him.
Quickly, man. What did Garcia do? What was the key? Why did he win this fight so
Balls,
convincingly?
man. He just wanted it. He wanted it bad. He knew to win it, he'd have to go and be the dog and take it from him, and that's what he did. He took it from him, bro.
Yeah, you can run down to that now, and then meet me back at the next one. What's up, man?
Yeah, man. 3 weeks training. Sure.
Kevin, do you mind if I ask you about the fight real quick? About
Sure,
the
no
two
problem.
more kids. Yeah. All right, here one of the best in the business, man, Kevin Cunningham. What did you think of the main event with Chris Colbert tonight, Kevin?
Oh man, it was shocking to see the outcome. Totally unexpected from my point of view. But hey, some nights you get in there and you have off nights. And Chris definitely was off tonight, so he'll bounce back though. He's young.
Was it the he just didn't adjust tonight, or what was it that
I don't know. I'm
right.
not in the camp, so
right.
But I know one thing: he wasn't the Chris Colbert that we are used to seeing, and he's got boatloads of talent and skill, and for some reason it didn't come together tonight, and it happens. It happens to the best of them. So, like I said, he's young. He'll bounce back.
Was it odd when he kept retreating to the corner to cover up like that? As early as round 2.
Yeah. He was definitely on the ropes a lot, and definitely on the ropes a lot, and like I said, it's I don't know. I'm not in the camp, so
right.
He wasn't himself, so that's basically all I really can speak on.
And then with the co-main, what do you think it means that Gary Antoine was the first guy to stop Postol? I mean, some people would say, maybe the stoppage, whatever, but
Gary Antoine Russell is a beast. I mean, that kid, he comes to fight, and he comes to fight all day and night. And anybody that takes that fight with him better bring their hard hat and lunch pail, because it's going to be a long day, because he's tough.
And he was hungry in there tonight, wasn't he? Hungry young fighter.
Oh, yeah.
And lastly, man, before I let you get out of here, what's going to happen with Erickson Lubin and Sebastian Fundora?
Well, I mean, we're in camp as we speak. We're having a tremendous training camp, and we're expecting to go out and put on a spectacular performance and be victorious.
I know with Fundora, he's a tough customer. He rips those uppercuts, but with that chin in the air like that, what's the chances Lubin gets him out of there?
Yeah, we're gonna be cutting and shooting and firing and but Fundora's he's a tough out for anybody. I mean, he's in tip-top shape. He's non-stop. And, it's not going to be easy for anybody that fights Fundora. He's a hell of a fighter, but our plan is to show the world that we belong with the best, and we got to go through Fundora first, and that's what we plan on doing.
And lastly, do you think Charlo wins that rematch with Castaño?
Yes, I think Charlo wins the rematch. It was a close fight. Castaño's tough, but I think Charlo's got the ability, the strength. He's athletic. He's strong. He has the ability to be victorious in that fight. He kind of fought a little different than what he normally fights in that first fight too. He spent a lot of time on the ropes in that fight, but I think he's going to make the proper adjustments and be victorious in the rematch.
Thank you, Kevin.
But to piggyback on the predictions, man, who do you think is going to win Fury and Dillian Wayne? Okay. Quick question too.
Come on, Kevin, tell him your shit. Cut it off.
Oh, Erickson.
Kevin, tell him your
Erickson, you mind if I get you just a second before you get out of here, bro? Yeah, man. Just quickly about tonight's main event. What did you think of tonight's main event, man, with Chris Colbert?
He seemed a little off to me. I don't know what was wrong, but he seemed a little off. He gonna bounce back though. It's my brother, man. I'm hoping that he's all right, mentally, physically, and yeah, he gonna bounce back.
Is there ever a time as a fighter when you lose that first round? Sometimes you overreact and feel like, nah, I gotta bang with him.
Yeah.
Did that happen a little bit, maybe?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
I saw that, he came out the second round. He just put his shell up, letting him hit him too much. I feel like, I don't know. I'm lost for words right now. I don't know.
What about Garcia's performance? So you got to give him credit the way he came out. Were you surprised by anything he did?
He was hungry. He came out. He was ready to fight. He knew the position he was in. He knew he came in 2 weeks' notice. He probably was training before this. He came out and did his thing.
And we know Fundora is next for you, but do we know when they're going to
April 9th.
announce it?
April 9th.
But they're going to actually, you know what I mean?
They're probably going to announce it soon, but it's April 9th for sure. Still working on the venue. I don't know yet. But April 9th, me against the Eiffel Tower. So, I'm excited for that. Me and Fundora, we got some history. His dad used to take me to tournaments as a kid. He's from Florida. So I'm looking forward to that.
It's hard to find sparring that's your weight class and his height, so I imagine you're probably working bigger guys. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So there you go, bigger guys.
That's a secret weapon right there.
That's my boy right there. That's Javante Clark. He fought Fundora.
Yeah.
A draw.
I mean, was it a
draw? A draw.
On paper, we'll see.
Yeah.
But what's the key to beating Fundora? We know he likes to
Just tune in April 9th. Just tune in. I got something for y'all, man.
What's the chances, Erickson, though? Like, I know he's a tough customer. With that chin up in the air like that, he gets put to sleep in this fight.
Tune in April 9th. You don't want to miss it. Hammer time on Showtime again, April 9th.
Thank you, Erickson.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You ready?
Damn, I guess we should have got Charlo Castaño picked up.
Christian, what the hell did you
They
just
said
do?
they're gonna bring people
You
back.
just time warped into a different outfit? Okay.
Oh, I should have got Charlo Castaño.
That would have been a good one to say before I let you go.
What's wrong?
You're slipping.
Let's get out of here. I am slipping. I was feeling myself as Jim Lampley too much.
I think Marcus is getting them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. I had a good win today, so
Yeah.
so I really enjoyed not fighting because I don't feel like fighting. I shoot.
You get disqualified. Yes.
Abner or something?
Yeah.
You want me to get him for you?
Yeah.
How about if you guys come in here and we sort of shoot back, catch those.
Got it.
Where did he say those? Right here?
Yeah.
Did they say they were bringing someone here? Hector?
Chris stopped me from filming things right.
Yeah, I saw. But you were already getting Gary Antoine.
We'll do it again.
Right.
But that kind of was like, how it is. It's like,
Are they bringing him out? Gary Antoine?
But I think they're gonna bring everyone out. There's no post, but they're gonna bring everyone out at the
I figured
end.
they'd bring him and the two main event fighters, I assume.
I figured they would let it go in between fights, and then so that
They should have brought him right after his
or we
fight.
might have to have a post.
Yeah.
No post.
I mean, I like this. It should be faster for us, but yeah, he should already be out of the way.
So, when is it ever? Well,
I mean, they don't really have a room to do a post fight in, but they could do it in the ring like we do so many other.
everyone sits in a seat. We'll sit them and bring them up. We've had a lot of.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I think people have one come out.
T-Mobile don't have one either.
I don't know. He might.
He was pretty humble in the ring. But he might just say, "Fuck this! I'm gonna go get my check and go eat."
That's what I would do.
They already did.
It's boxing. We win and lose. Not everyone's gonna go on the
You don't
field.
bring him over? Hector's about to come too, I guess.
You guys want to talk to Abner?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Back up. Yep. Back up a little bit. Make some space right here. You guys shoot this way toward the ring.
Sure.
Maybe decent background. Do me a favor, come right here for us. Yeah. The background.
There he is,
a
the
little
three-division
bit.
champ,
what's going
Abner
on?
Mares.
What's going on?
Abner, what did you think of the upset tonight, man? Chris
Man.
Colbert in the main event.
Exactly that one. You know, the first one, people were asking me, what do you think about Cajas Martinez fighting? You know, it's just the A side, you know, and B side type of thing. But Martinez, you know, he showed up, man, a good fight. But going on to your question, the main event, man, I mean, not taking anything away from Hector, Garcia, but something seemed wrong with Colbert. He did not show up today. It showed in the early first couple of rounds. You know, he was just not responding to what we're used to seeing Colbert, I guess.
Yeah, did you feel like, you know, just the boxing guy with those fast hands, it seems like you could box more? And
you know what?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, again, you know, early on when the show started, you know, I said that sometimes, you know, hard courage, determination will get you further than talent, and we saw that tonight. Again, not taking anything away from Garcia, but you know, he is a predictable fighter, a slow fighter, but he threw a lot, overwhelmed Colbert, but Colbert was just not able to let go, let his punches go. He wasn't fast, he wasn't reacting. I think what happened, this is my thinking, I think during the fight, he must have gotten hit with a punch where he just lost this equilibrium, or he just one of those punches where you just lose it. You don't know what's happening in the entire fight, and you just can't function. I think again, not taking anything away from Garcia, because Garcia came in and did his job. You know, he won.
some of those body shots seem like they hurt him early on too.
Yeah. Oh, there's another good observation. That, and then the fact that maybe Colbert did not take him, you know, seriously.
Yeah.
You know, last minute replacement. When we interviewed Colbert said, "Hey, I didn't even study this guy. I didn't need to, I guess." And you know, now we know you need to study every opponent.
How could you do that when you're on the rise?
At the press conference, I asked Lil B Hop straight up, man. I said, what would you do if the guy came out going straight at you? He said, I would welcome it. He said, as a matter of fact, why don't you go tell him to do that? Do you think that it was a mistake that he had that mindset coming in?
No, I don't think that was a mistake, and I'm going to tell you why, because like he said in the interview, I'm used to people pressure me, and he always gets fighters that pressure him because he's always a good boxer, counter puncher. So he was expecting that, but again, I think it was the power, the body shots. I don't know if he did not take him serious, but again, you know, he only knows. He did not say much. I respect the fact that he didn't. He took it like a champ. You know, he said, "Hey, you know what? I lost, and I lost."
You know, for go ahead. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, just for Gary Antoine Russell doing what, you know, Crawford, Ramirez, and Taylor couldn't. What does that actually mean? What does that say about Gary Antoine?
That says a lot,
Russell?
and then you know what? Again, also with him not taking anything away from him, but you know that was a premature stoppage. I know he didn't ask, but I might have to say it. But it was a great win for Antoine. You know, Antoine Russell, like you mentioned, stopping him, getting that knockout stoppage. It's something that Ramirez, Taylor, and Crawford didn't do. I mean, that says a lot. And this is a guy that has all knockouts. He's really, really looking good, and I think it was we saw a growth in there. You know, speaking of Russell, I like what I saw in the ring.
Just one more. I didn't just seeing the fact that seeing John Taylor fight instantly today.
I did not. I cannot talk about that fight because I didn't see it. I just read what people were saying. It was a really close fight. I think people thought the other guy won. Again, you know, I can't comment on that because I haven't watched it. So.
All right,
thanks.
All right, thanks, Abner.
Thank you.
Abner, thanks, bro. All right. Safe travels, dude. All right. See you in the Hector's on his way up, apparently.
Cool. Thanks, Chris.
Do the same thing. Just do it right here, right? Is that all right for you guys?
Yeah,
I'll put that light back on because
Better.
all of a sudden it went dark.
This way than a little press conference.
I know it's not ideal though to have like to start when we're not off the air yet and have the guys waiting. Like it's better to have a formal thing.
I guess you're bringing them right here?
Yeah.
Gary Antoine was hungry tonight.
So if we would have put $100,
some guys fight to win one round at a time.
So was Hector Garcia.
He wanted him out of there. Yeah.
Hector
Yeah,
Garcia
he
was
was.
pretty hungry too.
He was.
And shoot, it was pretty good.
Martinez was hungry. You know, all three fucking winners were pretty goddamn hungry
Right?
tonight.
Two
Yeah.
B-side winners.
Yeah.
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 Both had a good performance. Too.
Colbert,
with
40
all
to
the
1
stuff.
favorite.
Yeah. Yeah,
No
he did.
way,
He did.
really?
Offshore, yeah.
Offshore. What was it here?
I don't know what it closed here. I've seen from anywhere from 33 to 40. And Cajas anywhere from 7 to 9.
Okay.
But they didn't have it here. I couldn't find it in Vegas, but I saw it on some offshore. You would have put $100 on the
They didn't
parlay.
have the fights listed on the book on the.
I couldn't find. Not for. They did on the main event and the co-feature, but not the card.
I don't know exactly what they were, but I know they were green.
Martinez is a player now.
Dude.
Like, he's managed by Maidana. He's fun to watch. He's Argentinian.
Beast.
That can't hurt.
He kind of had that
Yeah.
overhand right like one time. You know?
Everybody
just doesn't have
loves
the
that.
power on
Everybody
it.
loves
Yeah.
that style, dude. Just
I-
put your tuck your chin in and just go for it.
But was actually kind of hard to hit. He just kept coming in, but
Yeah.
Well, after a
You
while,
could-
he started ducking right after
Ducking
he
it, yeah.
punched, and that was started helping him. That was the one adjustment I saw he made.
He was just winging him, man.
I don't know.
Winging
Just
him.
the top guys at 115, I don't think so.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
Strada, Chocolatito.
yeah.
That's where in B-side.
But he's fun.
Can we get Russell real quick while we're waiting?
Yeah. He said he was coming up. Martin said he was bringing up Hector. Oh yeah, you didn't get him?
Hey, man,
No,
I'm back out there, man. I'm going to slide through the gym, bro.
Another one,
Okay,
Antoine.
okay.
Keep it going.
Keep it going.
Just keep telling the news, you know.
Oh, well, look, I'm
Stand right here, by me.
ecstatic, feeling blissful right now. Thank you for sharing the time to even interview me. I'm a humble person. Like I said, I still tell people I'm definitely a superstar. Based off of how the fight went, I'm glad I got the victory. I did what people haven't done. 2 Victor Postol. You had Terrence Crawford. He's undisputed. You have Josh Taylor. He got all the titles. Neither one of them could stop him. I was the only one that stopped him. Them was his 2 only losses. I made it his 3rd loss, and I stopped him. You know, that's a statement. A lot of people been asking what's been the most difficult thing during the fight dealing with my opponent. I told him that it wasn't nothing that he did. It was more so what I didn't do. You know, I'm my worst opponent. I'm my biggest opponent, my strongest opponent, and definitely my worst critic. You know, I went to the Olympics in 2016. During that journey, you see a slew of different styles. You know, so when you're dealing with styles of fighting and people that you're going against, you have long fighters, you have pressure fighters, you have swifty fighters. The fact that I'm getting to is he didn't bring nothing new to the table that I haven't seen before. We've been doing this for so long, me and my family. I just didn't execute what I was told to do. I'm just fortunate that I did execute at the last second of the round. You know.
How much better will you be after this performance, the experience you got out of it?
After this, I know for a fact I'm like catapulting. I'm catapulted to a whole nother level because, like I said, I'm my worst opponent, and I saw that I put this fight on a high magnitude. I shouldn't have magnified it as much as I did. You know, I was so caught up in giving the fans a great show, and I'm pretty sure I still gave them a great show. But when you know the science of it all, it's more technical. You know, and me and my family, we shoot for excellence, and that's just that. You know, so next fight, next time y'all see me, you'll see me more controlled, more poised. Won't be getting hit as much, and won't be reaching as much, and the fight will be shorter. It won't go 10 rounds. It won't go 12 rounds. It's that simple.
Did you get a chance to see that Taylor Catterall fight? And if they put a Gary Antoine in with the undisputed next fight, you feel like you could take those belts off from right now?
Nah, I said that. You taking the words out of my mouth. But due to the sanctioning body, it's rules and regulations that we definitely got to apply to. 48-day layoff. If I was to get stopped or injured and lost, it would be a 180-day layoff, you know, suspension. And that's just due to the rulings. But if you was to ask me, when is the next time you ready to get in there, I would say tomorrow. You know, I could have went 4 more rounds. You know, it's just the fact that I just got to go back to the gym, work on some mental things, and that's it. That's all. As far as my glory and the gift that I have, I'm going to keep using them, and I'm going to keep displaying them.
Hey Gary, so this will be the last one. Just your honest opinion on if the fight should have been stopped when it was stopped.
Definitely.
Yeah?
Definitely. Small gloves, I believe a female, she can put on these gloves and wind up a hard punch and hit any gentleman on their chin, and they will feel it. You will feel the effect. You will feel lightheaded or get dizzy because these gloves are 8 ounces. And not only are they 8 ounces, you have grown men that's prepping 8 to 9 weeks, almost 2 months, if not more, just for one person. That makes them a dangerous person. That makes them very dangerous. They get in their body in a tip-top physical shape just to crank up shots from Texas if they need be, to hurt their opponent. So these shots that people think, these shots aren't really damaging. They really are. That's why we have sport doctors here to do a neurological test, because after the fight, you don't know how the brain is responding. But you see bruises, and it's easy to look over. You're a man, you can brush it off, but the internal part is the part that matters most.
Okay, guys, thanks a lot, Gary Antoine. Thank you. Hector Garcia is up now, guys.
Hey, I guess that's just an opinion, and everybody have one. I gave y'all mine.
Congrats, Gary. Great performance, Gary.
Thank you, Antoine.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations. How do you feel?
¿Cómo te sentís? Felicitaciones.
Me sentí muy bien. Muchísimas gracias.
What do you think?
No, right. I feel really good. Thank you.
What do you think was the key to winning, and were you surprised by Colbert's body language? It seemed like he wasn't in the fight ever.
¿Cuál te pareció que fue la clave para ganar y te sorprendió la manera en que se expresó Colbert con su lenguaje corporal?
Bueno, eso yo se lo dije con anticipación en la prensa que cuál es su oficio, si es boxeo o carnaval, porque él es medio, ¿me entiendes? Como que graciosito y eso, y baila mucho. Esto es boxeo, esto es puro puño, aquí no se relaja, esto es un juego, esto es un deporte, pero esto es de verdad, esto es puño, esto es guerra. Y se lo demostré aquí, y la clave fue trabajarlo al cuerpo desde el principio para después irlo mermando poco a poco en el cuerpo para después terminar en la cabeza.
I told you all during the press conference on Thursday whether he had a side hustle besides boxing, because it was boxing or like a circus, and he was dancing around the ring tonight. So what I did was I focused on the body, and I tried to hurt him as much as I could, and you saw what happened.
Obviously, this victory was huge for you. Congratulations once again. Who do you want next?
Ahora bueno, ganaste y ahora ¿a quién querés como próximo rival?
Bueno, a Roger, claro, por el campeonato. Ya yo me gané la oportunidad y espero que me la dé.
Well, now I want Roger Gutierrez. Let's go for the belt, for the championship. I want him.
You were even in
será una gran pelea.
Yeah, you guys will see a great fight if that happens.
Late in the fight, you even started dropping your hands at him, putting your hands to the side and staring at him. What was that about, and what were you thinking when you were doing that to him?
Cuando empezaste a poner los brazos en alto, a decir, hey, ¿qué está pasando? Vení para acá. O sea, ¿qué estabas pensando en ese momento?
Bueno, que él tiene la pelea, está perdido y está corriendo. O sea, que debería de pararse a pelear para sobrevivir y salir a flote, pero no lo hizo nunca. Pero sí, lo hacía también con la intención de que se parara para golpearlo más.
All I was thinking was that he seemed lost. He was nowhere to be found, and I was basically asking him, hey, come at me. Because I wanted him to come at me, and I wanted him to hit him some more, but he just kept backing down, riding his bicycle.
We know he's a fast guy, but was he overhyped, or do you think tonight was just a bad night for him?
¿Sentís que esta fue solamente una mala noche para él, o qué pensás de lo que le pasó a Colbert hoy?
Bueno, lo que pienso de él es que él está imitando estos peleadores ya que están aquí arriba en el top. Él todavía no está a ese nivel para imitar boxeadores, para enfrentar peleadores como yo.
He's trying to imitate, to be like the top level fighters. And right now, I don't think he's a top level fighter. So he needs to look at himself in the mirror and, see what he can do.
I have two quick questions.
Wait, one at a time.
So, you took politics, obviously, the last-minute replacement.
Yeah.
Was there a rematch clause in this fight, or is he able to continue forward and fight?
¿Había una cláusula de revancha en el contrato de esta pelea o simplemente puedes elegir a tu próximo rival?
No había cláusula de revancha.
No rematch clause. He can go forward however he wants.
Hector, and we know you only had like 3 weeks to train for this fight. How much better could you even done if you would have had a full training camp?
Tuviste un par de semanas nada más para entrenarte para esta pelea. ¿Cómo crees que hubiese sido si hubieses tenido todo el tiempo que querías para entrenar?
Bueno, de verdad me siento muy agradecido porque fueron 3 semanas con mucho deseo, con muchas ganas de trabajo, junto a mi equipo de trabajo. Ellos, cuando me dieron la oportunidad, Ismael Salas fue el principal que dijo, con los ojos cerrados, cójanla. La oportunidad porque ya él me conoce ya de anterior, de los campamentos pasados, él sabe el potencial que yo tengo, la capacidad boxística que tengo y soy una persona incansable y me lo merecía.
Look, I'm restless. I'm always on top of my game. And truly, I'm thankful for the 3 weeks I had with my team. They were intense. They were full of wishes of being great. And we made that wish come true. In fact, Ismael Salas, when the offer for this fight came, he was like, hey, don't even think about it twice. Go ahead, sign that contract, get that fight. Good things are going to happen. And look, tonight, good things happen.
Does he think he could have stopped them with the full camp?
¿Sentís que si te hubieses podido entrenar a full, entonces lo hubiese detenido en vez de ganarle por puntos?
No, porque no un boxeador fajador, un boxeador que se mueve mucho y eso eso de igual forma me cuesta un poco, ¿me entiendes? Pero sabía que con la condición que tenía, tuve una condición óptima para vencerlo porque trabajé con Vos Santos en la física y estuve en su casa donde fue el verdadero plan. Ahí fue cuando yo complementé todo en general. Él me llevó a su casa, ahí en su casa trabajó conmigo, la alimentación, la vitamina. Siempre estuvo atento de mí, me dijo, vamos, positivo, que lo podemos lograr. Él confió en mí y aquí tuvimos la victoria.
I don't think I could have stopped him because, regardless of the preparation, because he was moving too much and he was too fast. It wasn't something that I didn't do. It was what he was doing, moving around the ring. That would have made it tough for me to stop him regardless. Now, considering everything that I was able to do, thanks to Ismael Salas, who took me into his home and not only made me physically prepared to be in tip-top shape, and I was in tip-top shape for this fight, but he also taught me how to be with the nutrition in the right way, with the mind in the right way, and everything came together for me to do what I showed you guys tonight.
Now, my last quick question, Shakur had a lot of tweets about Chris Colbert when he was facing him. Shakur has a fight with Oscar Valdez, would not be a fight he would be interested in. And who do you think wins that fight?
¿Valdez against who?
Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson. ¿Te interesaría el ganador de Shakur Stevenson contra Valdez?
Sí, porque tengo mucha experiencia y capacidad para pelear con cualquier tipo de peleador. Para mí eso no es un obstáculo.
Absolutely. Shakur Stevenson, Oscar Valdez, bring them on. I have plenty of experience to face anybody. That shouldn't be an obstacle at all.
Who do you think wins that fight?
¿Quién gana esa pelea, Valdez o Stevenson?
Bueno, si Valdez gana, como único Valdez gana, sí lo noquea. Shakur Stevenson creo que tiene la ventaja en el boxeo. Valdez muy parado. Y Shakur Stevenson es más boxeador y si Valdez gana la pelea, pues un knockout. De lo contrario, pierde la pelea.
Valdez, the only way he can win is by knocking Stevenson out because Stevenson is just more versatile, more of a tactician than Valdez is. So if it goes the distance, Stevenson. If not, Valdez.
A lot of people online are questioning the heart of Chris. I'm just kind of curious, based on how Chris fought, like what does he make about the heart that Chris showed in the fight?
Bueno, gente en Twitter cuestionando el corazón, la valentía de Colbert. ¿Vos qué opinas al respecto?
Bueno, al respecto a Colbert, es tremendo peleador, pero todavía le falta como un poquito de madurez. Y no imitar a los peleadores, eso es Mayweather que le luce su boxeo, ¿me entiendes? Pues ya está a una etapa donde él ya no quiere recibir manos, pero durante la juventud, él tiene que aprovechar la juventud y sacar de abajo.
Look, Colbert is a great fighter, but he needs to mature a little bit more and realize that he can't try to just imitate top fighters like Mayweather, who was a defensive genius in his own right, but there's only one Mayweather. He needs to realize that he needs to take advantage of his youth and be more aggressive, but that's really up to him.
At the press conference, I had asked Lil B-Hop, I asked him what would happen if he came forward towards Lil B-Hop. He said he would welcome it. Do you think that Chris made a huge mistake allowing him to come forward?
¿Crees que Chris, el pecado capital de él fue el dejarte que vos seas lo agresivo que fuiste?
Sí, sí, esa fue la clave para poderlo vencer.
That was absolutely the key to defeat him. All right, guys,
Hey,
one
ready to have
question.
some platano?
¿Vas a hacer unos plátanos ahora para recuperarte? ¿Unos plátanos ahora para recuperarte?
Sí, claro.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, man.
Gracias. Fiesta, amigo. Te felicito.
Saludos. Thank you, man.
¿Qué te dije? ¿Qué te dije en el cuerpo? Atacar al cuerpo y vas a ganar, ¿sí o no? Te dije.
Bob,
¿Tú sabes?
brother.
Esos tipos no les gusta eso.
Happy for you, brother.
Hey, we got the winner.
Hell yeah.
Guys, congratulations.
Congrats, man.
Clean the house.
Congrats, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Congrats,
Thank you
brother.
very much, man.
Maybe I was a little good luck charm.
Thank you very
know?
much.
Me too. I mean, hey, 2 weeks. He had 2 weeks to
Hey,
get ready
see
for
you,
that
bro.
fight.
Hey,
He
thanks
was
again,
a
man. It was you who helped, translate for us.
He was
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
And
man.
then he got
You
2
guys
weeks.
are hyped, huh?
Rematch Colbert and get a full
Big
camp.
ups.
Kill that motherfucker. We only had 2 weeks. I shoot you now.
2
We had
weeks
2
notice.
weeks.
That's
And he was
insane.
off. He fought in
And it's
December.
big- it's
He's been
big for
off
these
since
guys,
December.
man. Understudies of this
You
film.
could quote me on that.
I'm sure he's proud.
Would you do a rematch or just go for the
I'll see you guys again, man.
Oh, you
Money to give us enough money. We'll do a whole camp.
congrats, man.
Jim went undefeated. Look what we did. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He was undefeated.
Damn, Robesi, man. Talk about turning the corner.
BC looks legit.
Talk about turning the corner.
For real. For real, for real.
We'll see.
Once he got with Salas,
Yeah. I mean, you know, with the gold medals, you got something. You got something.
All right, let's go. Jump on the plane and
Right. I mean, that doesn't always mean you're going to be champion, but
no.
yeah.
But yeah, you got the tools to get there.
Something, yeah. Well, especially if you didn't win it at 30 years old, 28, 29 years
You
old.
won it young.
Right.
And won it twice.
Right. Oh, wow. No, thanks, man. I'll be probably checking in this week.
Yeah, yeah.
I talked to him, guys.
How about us? Salas?
Yeah, he was here.
we already know who's going to be the main event. But, you know,
So I'm gonna just
the
get this shit
8-5,
up.
United.
Have a good
No
enjoy your
rematch
night.
clause.
Thanks, man.
You going, son?
Huh? I gotta get this stuff up. That's about it. Oh, sorry, man. Oh, but I think that's Yep. All right, guys. One last look at the ring. And for your boy, Sean Sattel, I am signing out. Thanks, as always, for keeping it locked in with us, man. We will see you guys next week in San Diego for Chocolatito versus Martinez. Thanks, everybody.
Why didn't you tell me you could speak Spanish?